Now we got action. What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Most Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke. How we living,
bro?
baby? How we living? How we living?
Excellent.
Man, we back in the saddle. See, I knew I was going to catch it. I was like, yo, I couldn't remember if I had recorded by myself doing something on my own or if we were the last ones in here. And I was like, I think I did something. And I did. So it's good now, man. For all my no sounders out there, you're welcome. But anywho, man, how we living today, man? Everything good in your hood?
Yeah, everything's really good.
Nah, good. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm still tired. I'm dragging. I'm trying to get my motivation, my momentum up, man. But yeah, them two back-to-back camps with the drive delay trolling back, man. I don't know if it was the drive. I don't know if it was the camp itself or from like that hangover of, dang, I had 2 good days and now I don't have any camp to go to today. I don't know, man. But I am definitely a little tired, man.
How many more you got to do?
That was it for this time right now. Next one is end of July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got one in July. So, yep.
Nice. Yeah, I don't really have much going on, really. It's the dog days, dude. I mean, Vogelbach hit a bomb.
It's the dog days.
That's what you get excited for these days.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they had a day game. I think they're playing the Nationals. Vogelbach hit a home run.
Hey, it's all good, though, baby.
That's what I get up for.
All good, man. Shoot, we're going to get some more O'Neal Cruz action, too. Don't trip.
Yeah, he's playing.
That's all we need, man.
They had him out of the lineup, I think, on Sunday. I don't know if I even told you this before, but I think for just rest or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was telling my buddy that. He's like, dude, everyone's getting soft these days across all the leagues, right? The random rest, like
give him a rest day, man. Give him a rest day.
Baseball too. I mean,
what exactly do you need rest from in baseball? You bring up a good point. Definitely a good point right there, man.
But it's whatever.
Nah. But either way, man, we ain't gonna trip, man. It's all good. Shoot, at least they are giving us something to entertain us, or at least entertain you. I have not tuned in in a minute, man. I just catch the highlights right now. I'm just, all right, let me see. All right, now I'm cool on y'all.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. It was just on Twitter.
Yeah.
But we got a good show today, huh?
Now, facts, we definitely do, man. We're gonna finally get to talk about our top 10 head coaches going into this season too, man, which is exciting because this is the beauty of July. As we get close to the season, this is when you start putting down your gauntlets. You put down your stamps like, yo, this is who I think is the best coming in. These are the teams that I think got it. You know what I mean? And then when the season hits, now we get to see, all right, how accurate or inaccurate we may be. Cold takes, hot takes, all that good stuff, man. So, yes, we will be talking about our top 10 head coaches today. Going to give that list out there, man. We also have to react because we're getting information about potentially Coach Tomlin taking a step back from them play calling duties, man. So we're going to obviously spend some time discussing that, man. If we like that, are we nervous about that? Who knows the feelings that we should have? And there was a certain wide receiver that got paid. So, anytime wide receiver gets paid, we got to talk. All right? So we're going to do that as well, man. Little Deontay Johnson revisit. And we got the homie TG pulling back up, man, at the 5 o'clock hour, man. Definitely want to get his thoughts on some of this stuff as well, man. He's been out there with me on them camps too, man. Shout out to him. See how his energy is today, But either way, man, I'm pretty excited now. That's all I needed was just to start rambling. When I ramble, I feel good. Yep. That's all it was. So,
well, we want to hit these chats real quick.
Well, I mean, we can't just hit the chats. We got to, what's the word?
Read them.
We have to give them a reason to tune. We have to give them a reason to chat back. So, let us know where you are tuning in from, and we will read those off and give you those big boy shout outs to start the show the way that we always do. So, let's get it going, baby. Let's go.
All right, we got Dakota 24 saying 919 to 949, Irvine, California.
Ooh, okay.
I have to read this one off. I'm sorry.
Let's do it.
I'm typically humble. Sometimes I'm not.
I was about to say, they call you humble? I've never heard you been called humble before, man.
I try to be.
I've never heard you humble before, man. Roll with it.
It's a humble confidence.
Oh, okay.
What's another word for that? Silent confidence, maybe? A silent confidence.
A silent confidence. Okay, all right.
You got to stay humble with it, though, at the same time.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
A nice blend of confidence.
Why?
And being humble. Because golf's a great life lesson sport.
All right, I'm listening.
I've learned this from
because I'm a golfer now. I'm involved. I'm in tune.
Tomorrow I can go out and shoot a 78.
And you should talk big boy talk to anybody that's out there too.
That's the problem. The next day you go out and shoot a 90. Lose two balls in the woods.
But at least you got to talk crazy on that 78 though. At least you had it though. You know what I'm saying?
No, you just got to stay steady. You
man,
just got to know your place.
It's all about the highs and the lows. It makes the highs
But
feel
you could
better
say the
when you
same thing for
experience a
football,
low.
right?
Come on,
I
man.
mean, it's not exclusive to golf.
Nope,
You could probably say that for any
nope.
sport.
I talk trash. I'm cocky. I'm arrogant. Huh.
Steph Curry's a great example, actually.
Yes,
Shoots
confident,
0 for-
arrogant.
Yeah, but
Love
then
it.
at the same time, you're not hearing him or seeing him go all the way out with it. Goes and shoots.
Yes.
What, 0 for in Game 5.
First time in 239 games, though.
I get that,
Yes.
but like, you just understand that's part of the game.
Nah, bump
And
that,
goes,
man.
but
Bump that.
he's still confident in his abilities.
You know what a wise man once told
Goes
me?
out some balls out on Game 6.
You know what a wise man once told me, man? Because I was having that same type of internal battle that you're referring to. Oh, man, you want to be confident, but you don't want to be cocky. You want to be, sure of yourself, but you also want to be humble. You want to get that, acknowledgement, but whoa, you don't need too much acknowledgement or attention. Wise man once told me it's hard to be humble when you stunting on a jumbotron. All right. So with that being said, man, oh come on, man, that's the philosopher.
AB.
You know Ye. Come on, man. You know how Ye talked to him. That's what he
That was a
told me.
Kanye line.
That's what Kanye said. It's hard to be humble when you are stunting on a jumbotron. And until that moment when I found myself on a jumbotron, and I was what they like to refer to as stunting, I was like, you know what? Ye is right here. It is very, very hard to be humble right now. We're stunting on the jumbotron. I see me. Renegade. Just throwing it out there, bro. So, I'm going to do what Ye say. I ain't being humble.
Well, here's the comment.
You know who else said to try to be humble? I ain't even going to go there, but that's a Clips line, too. But I'm glad you're reading this one. Go for it. Let's do it.
Kendrick Lamar?
No, man. We talking about Pusha T and the Clips, man. Try to be humble, but humble get no respect. You know what I mean? It's the truth. No one respects the humble.
Well, anyway.
Fortune favors the bold. Let's get it.
Hugo Corey says,
Shout
listening
out to
in from
Hugo.
England.
Let's go.
And Deke, you're a legend.
Let's go.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, and I agree with you. He is a legend. Own it, Deke. Deke.
I'm glad people think that.
When it was Ben's last game, who was the one prominent fan that was featured on television on numerous occasions? Pre, during,
You're saying
and
it wasn't
post.
a coincidence.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Come on, man. That's a humble It's a good day. With your Ice Cube now? Wasn't a good day. It was a great day.
I'm just here, man.
Nah, man.
I'm out supporting my team. I'm out supporting my
on,
quarterback.
man.
That's all.
Come on, man. You said, man, if the camera wasn't on
If
me, who
people
would it
get
be
legend,
on?
if people get legend from that,
Come on, man.
I'll take it and
Come
I'll
on,
accept
Deke.
it. Thank you.
Deke, don't be humble today, Deke. We won't do humble. But no, shout out to Hugo, man. Shout out to Hugo.
Russell Swartz, 724 Hermitage, PA.
Oh, let's get it.
James
Like it.
Panzarello, 909 Inland Empire,
Ooh,
California.
Okay.
Nick Y, 918 Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Let's go.
Shout out Moats and Deke. Keep up the awesome shows.
Salute, baby.
Brandon Clark, 540 Roanoke, Virginia. Hour and a half from JMU.
Yes, no, I'm familiar with Roanoke now. Absolutely.
And then I'll close out with this one. Then you could probably hit some of these
Yes,
too.
indeed.
Rod Dawes says 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Share a line, baby.
Oh, yeah, you know what time it is, man. I got to shout out the homie Bart Basquiato to 805 Thousand Oaks, California. Black and yellow, Texas, still holla at your boy. The Tone, baby. Hashtag 210 Texas vibes. I love it. Zach Miller tuning in from Sarasota, Florida. And this one, Deke. This one, Deke, is definitely for you. Okay?
Really?
This one right here. You ready for this one?
Okay.
This from Litchburg 7.
Oh, man.
The 304, West Virginia. Cue the country roads, Deke.
So,
Take me home.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to my social media feeds
Talk to me.
from yesterday.
I actually have. It was getting me excited. You was doing the pit.
We got the
old
online
school
dynasty
pit.
going.
Yeah. Well, up to 10.
We have the online dynasty going.
Yeah.
We're in week 3 right now.
The place.
Week 1, I went up against Florida State, smoked them, 33-15.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what sucks too? I'm outmatching a bunch of these games too because the rosters suck for 2021.
Right.
Kenny Pickett's 83 overall. Jordan Addison's like 88.
Okay.
So I have an uphill climb with what my roster is, but I'm making it work. These were kind of made before the season started.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's why the ratings are what they are. But still,
Yeah.
I mean, Pickett still should have been like close to a 90, I think, before the
Well,
season.
for the collegiate area, absolutely.
Before
because
the
it was
season.
already talked about in that, hey, could he be a Heisman guy anyway? So
yeah,
it
dark horse
wasn't
Heisman candidate,
right.
yeah.
But he was still in the conversation prior to the season starting. So yeah,
That's what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, week 1, Florida State smoked them. Penn State, someone's actually using
not
Penn State in the online dynasty. So this was the first user versus user game.
Okay.
Had to take care of business right there.
I ain't expect anything less.
21-7.
Mm-hmm.
And then week 3, Litchburg's in the league too. He's got West Virginia. So we're supposed to play that yesterday.
West Virginia.
We had some technical difficulties. I don't know if it's Litzberg messing up with his Wi-Fi and stuff just because he wanted to dodge me yesterday. Didn't feel as prepared. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
But we're going to try again today.
Okay.
I think we got some solutions.
I
but yeah,
like
that's
it.
what's supposed to happen. Pitt
I
versus
like
WVU.
it. Well, you
It's a
better
big
hold it
match.
down,
I mean,
man.
this is for the natty, dude.
You
Pretty
better
much
hold
for
it
me.
down, bro. You cannot
I
lose.
can't
Nah,
lose.
definitely not to no W, bro. You better not.
I can't
better not,
lose
man.
because that hurts my record.
It hurts the morale of the show too, man.
Probably can't
Yeah.
lose more than one and make a natty in this game.
Okay.
But I also have Clemson later on in the season.
What
So
are
this
they
is-
like on the game? Are they nice?
Oh yeah, these rosters were before the season, so they gave like DJ
Oh, so they think DJ
like an
nice.
88. Yeah, they gave him like an 88.
Got you.
You gotta think they got Justin
Yeah.
Ross too with a
they
good
think
rating.
he
Their
nice,
defense is crazy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is
now.
what it is. Is what it
Yeah.
is. I'll like I said, I'll take the uphill battle and make the most of it here.
Yeah,
I'm not running away. I'm not seeking comfort.
that's what I'm talking about. Don't you see come? You better cut your eyelids off. You're thinking about it too. All right.
Exactly.
Let's go. But nah, shout out to Litzberg 7 right there, man. So, with that being the case, man, now we can hop into these supers because we do got plenty we going to talk about today. And I am excited.
Official momentum. Moats and Deke. Happy Friday, Junior.
Love it. You know, I forget it's called Friday Junior every time until today is not
Today
Friday
is
Junior,
Wednesday.
though. Today is definitely Wednesday, man. You got to stop this, man. You threw me off. I was like, yo, I forget it's Friday Junior until we come on Friday Junior. But today is not Friday Junior. You pulling a fast one on me. You're thinking like I'm thinking. All my days are mixed up, but it's all good, though.
Official momentum. Will DJ get a deal since Terry received his?
We're going to talk about that, man. Terry did get a nice deal, man. We are definitely going to, we got to talk that. Got to.
Official momentum also saying Deke having technical issues like in Twitch. I'm telling you, there were some technical issues yesterday. It was tough.
But it wasn't on you, though, right?
I don't know what it's on. I mean, this game's from 2014.
You know, when I first saw the game, like when you first put, I think I saw it on IG, you put something up there, and I was like, dang, am I tripping? I was like, I don't think they dropped the new NCAA just yet. And I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, when was the last one?
They still got the servers going, though.
That's nuts.
So
That is nuts,
shout out
man.
to EA for that.
That is nuts, bro. Yeah.
They're coming out with a new game next year.
Right, yeah, because
College
we knew
Football
that when they
23.
did the NILs and stuff. That's why I was like, I don't think it was out yet. But I'm like, how are you already playing this right now? But that was pretty
Yeah,
dope, though,
so
man.
just custom rosters.
Yeah.
And EA still has the servers
And
up.
I would say
That's how we're able to do
shout
it.
out to the individuals that go through and create these custom
It's crazy.
rosters too,
I can't
bro.
believe it.
Like, I'm like,
That's
I don't know how much
120
time.
teams.
Like, seriously, bro. And for you to know all these players and then to at least be in the ballpark of
Yeah.
how good they should or should not be. Yeah, that's nuts, man.
Come on, yeah. What's the word? We getting a Deke Moats Eddie Betty film session. We need to see Deke on Mars. Also, Kyrie and KD staying in
Okay.
Brooklyn? Question mark.
Okay.
Russ back to LA? Question mark.
Okay. First off, the Eddie Betty. Am I missing something here? I feel like I'm missing
Film sesh.
Eddie Betty.
Do we have a guy on the team?
I feel like I'm missing something. Am I
Named
missing
Eddie?
somebody? Do we got a Betty?
I was gonna say Eddie Goldman, but we didn't sign him.
Right. Unless he's just simply saying like Cheech and Chong. Like we get up here and have a little fun with our, festivities, and then after that we just start rapping and saying whatever we see.
Yeah, right.
In a review,
He might be
that
playing
might
off
be it.
of your suggestion of just
Get
hopping on
stoned
Mars and
just-
then watching
yeah.
random videos.
Yeah, that might be it.
That might be what he's talking
Like
about.
I said, I'm still not against that. I'm not. I'm just nervous of what might actually happen. Imagine if we just get
I mean, we got kind of lit for the draft. That was good. That ended up being good, right?
Yeah, that was actually all right. Didn't you spill that night though? Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
yeah.
If that's the worst thing, that's not that bad though.
I guess you're right. Yeah, we didn't. I don't think. Did we curse too much?
I dropped some F bombs.
Yeah,
Definitely
I
when we
might've
drafted Pickett.
I might have dropped something in there during the draft. When we draft pick, I think I might have dropped something in there too. Yeah, but he said the Eddie Betty's definitely the edibles. Okay, cool. Y'all call them Eddie Betty's. I call them my little magic. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Anywho.
What do you think
And
about
then
his NBA takes?
Kyrie and KD stays in
questions?
Brooklyn. Yeah, that is interesting right now, man. But yeah, it
think it
is
is.
looking like that's gonna happen. Russ back to LA. I don't know if I'm all the way sold on it just yet, though, man. But I know he did meet with the team and opt back into his contract. But I don't think that was gonna be surprising to anyone, right? Who's walking away from that money?
No, it's
That's the whole purpose.
smart business move.
Right. I'm like, you supposed to take that and then you force their hand. You good. You get your money, though. I won't trip it.
You're not.
Okay. Because I low-key felt a little bit about Kyrie. I was like, yo, are you doing that as well? Or what's your vibe here, man? Because I know you got a lot on the table that you could be potentially, walking away from if he would opt out of it, man.
Yeah, I think the problem with Kyrie was who's giving him a
That
long-term
money.
deal.
Yep.
And you're right, that money.
Mm-hmm.
I could see someone giving him like 30.
Yeah,
but probably not for anything more than 2 years. So he needs to just
based off
play.
of what he's been and how these past couple of seasons have been. Yeah,
So he needs to just play the full season or as many games as he can,
and then he can
put up good numbers, and then maybe he can get a 3 or 4 year deal next year.
Yeah,
for pretty good money.
Now the one I'm excited to see where he ends up at is PJ Tucker. I didn't think he was going to opt out down in Miami. Right now he's testing the market. They said that Philly's trying to bring him back too.
Yeah, he's going to be going to a top 5 or 6 contender.
Yeah.
That's just his vibe these last
5-6 years. I don't blame him. Though. I mean, he gets you a corner three, couple corner threes.
He's one of those guys you want deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Q, you doing top LBs with TG too?
Not LBs today, but that's definitely going to be on the list though. Trust me, that's on. But we got plenty of shows until the season starts and all that good stuff, man. So trust me, we definitely going to get to that. Just not today. Today we going about to have me say LBs again. Today we're going head coaches. All right, there we go.
Fish momentum. Kenny Packers jersey in the top 10 selling, but then he revised it and says he meant to say Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
Across the league, that's pretty good.
Shout out to the Steelers fans, man.
Is it surprising?
I don't think
I'm not too surprised. It's the first quarterback taken in the draft.
And he's local in terms of playing at Pitt, so you get the diehard Pitt fans. Then you get the diehard Steelers fans. And then you get the combination of just football fans. Like you said, your first quarterback taken. Good dude.
Yeah, like I wonder what Trevor Lawrence's jersey was in the top 10. Was it in the top 10 last year?
Because I'm trying to think. What other
at least at this time. I don't know how much it changes throughout the season and stuff.
Because I feel like Lawrence probably was a no-brainer early on, especially with all the hype coming from Clemson and everything like that. And then the Urban Meyer
Lawrence,
hype
Zach
as well.
Wilson, Lance. I would love to know where they stood. I mean, you got to think Brady.
Wilson's going to be in there. Zach
probably
Wilson,
still in the top
New
10.
York.
Yeah,
he probably was in there too.
I would want to look it up. I just feel like you're going to get so many different searches. Like I want specifically around this time for last year.
Yeah.
I don't know what list we're going to be getting at what time period of last year.
This is true.
It might be a headache. Maybe it's something to look at for next show. Maybe in the time between, and I'll give you a report. Let you know where it is.
So yeah, man, just make a note of it. I'll mess around and forget, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fisher Momentum says, stay humble and grounded. #blessed. #no hate in my life.
Hey, I like that, man. You got to keep that hate up out your life, man. I try to walk like that, too. But I ain't humble. We gangsta over here. We super arrogant and cocky over here. Tell him, Big Deke. Come on, bro. Tell him, man.
Yeah, we're confident.
Tell him, man. Yeah, we like a peacock, man. We flapping our feathers, man. We feel good.
AJ Martinez giving us some support. Thank you.
Hey, let's go, AJ. We had him, baby. Let's go.
Bart Basquiato. Moats, is that hat from Culture Kings?
You better believe it. Love Culture Kings. Shout out to Deke, the A-frame, right? That make sure we saying that the correct way.
Yeah, the one I got's the K-frame. Yeah. It sits a little bit higher, but I'm coming around to it.
Yeah.
I liked my old hat better.
Yeah.
But now that I've been wearing this a little bit more, I'm like, I don't know.
It's still clean though, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's barely a little bit higher. I don't know if you could tell that much though.
I'm trying to look on camera. I can just see just a little bit from the logo. Like you got a little bit more space than I do. That's
just a little bit.
That's it.
It's not bad though.
I think they're both fine.
They don't have this one in the A-frame.
Yeah.
So you got to take what they're giving you.
For sure.
They're missing out on a lot. I try to find some sick Pirate hats on there, but they don't have the same selection as a bunch of the other teams, which is unfortunate.
That is true. Culture Kings, they have like
it's all Yankees and Red Sox and LA and stuff. It's disappointing, but they do it. They still have some sick Pirate ones.
It's disappointing. Why's it gotta be Yankees disappointed? I don't know.
Dude, but I talked about
I like the Yankees hats.
Top 5 like baseball logos. I think the Pirate P's up there.
It is. That's why I got them in the rotation. But you can't go New York Yankees, LA Dodgers. Those are like staples, and then you got I put like Pittsburgh Red Sox and the Braves. I think all 3 of them are like that next like iconic. Just you can't go wrong with it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Phillies in the mix. They might be top 10.
They in there.
I wouldn't put them above Pittsburgh, and I wouldn't put them above the Braves either.
Right, because we see them Braves. We're gonna see them.
Is that Braves one? Maybe the Cubs are in the mix, or even the White Sox. I see White Sox.
White Sox
is
in there. Yeah.
The Braves logo, exact same as Alabama.
Yeah.
Georgia and the Packers is the same thing too, right?
Mm-hmm. It's classic though.
The A looks cleaner on the navy blue though.
I would agree.
I will say that with the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got upper room member.
Oh, it looks like it. Was it Shaheem Smith Young? What's up, Shaheem Smith Young, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Major salute to you, baby. Welcome to the family. Definitely appreciate your support.
Camonier says, we need them stories.
Talk to him.
#OF momentum, official momentum.
Oh, I was going to say, wait a minute.
saying it's short
yeah.
OF momentum
Mm-hmm.
instead of official momentum. And then it says hashtag give him the seat.
They was trying to kick Vince off the interview on Monday. Remember that? We was like, yo, should we call up Vince and tell him, yo, you cannot come on the show today. We got official momentum today. Do you think I made the right decision? I don't know, bro. I was regretting it afterwards.
I got some texts about that Vince interview, though.
I did,
Like, my friends hitting me up saying, like,
Yeah.
dude, that was sick. Like, you got to bring him on more often.
Yeah, I did get a lot of texts behind, like from media members too. That was the part I was like, whoa. It's like, wait a minute, y'all caught that as well. All right, okay. But I did feel guilty. I'm like, this is supposed to be official momentum's moment right here, bro. They supposed to be texting about official momentum, not about Vince, man. So I do apologize for that.
I think here's our question for official momentum. He's talking about my Steelers stories.
Yes.
Being a staple on the show. Are you putting up numbers when you're coming on? That's the question. Right?
Does he move the needle, as you saying?
He's putting up the numbers.
Which way does that needle move?
Cal Monier believes in him.
Okay. You're right.
But that question's to official momentum.
You're right. Ooh.
Would he have been putting up more numbers than Vince? That's a good question.
Oh, no. Vince doing numbers right now, bro. Hey, listen. I even shot you a text afterwards, and I hardly ever shoot texts afterwards.
Hey, you were excited.
I was like, yo. That's all I'm saying, man. So, but no, shout out to everybody that was there and a part of that, man. That was definitely
and shout out to the
blast.
chat.
Excuse me on that.
Momentum.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed.
Elijah Boykin. I just had this thought. I'm going to pause that super chat real quick. Mount Rushmore for super chats. Official momentum is definitely on. He's George Washington.
Official momentum. Black and Martyr.
He was an OG, yeah.
And this is where it gets tough.
AJ Martinez, I think.
Because, see, I think AJ, I think Bart Basquiato, I think Stephanie Ramirez, I think Trina Still Diva. Like, in terms of, like, the OG, like, when you say, like, because when we talk about the eras of Steelers, right? 70s, 80s, 90s, right? Official momentum would be like
eras of the show. He's
official
the most
momentum
recent,
is like a TJ Watt. He's
Year
like
3.
a Minka Fitzpatrick. He's new. But we see the impact, but he's new. When you talk about like Trina Still Diva, you like, bro, that's like Debo. She been here for a minute. We know what she is. You know what I mean? Like she didn't have some when she was the only one around. She had moments. Love and Madden. She changed her name because of the show.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's like Troy Polamalu impact right there. Like, bro, she was legit in there, heavy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. We can't forget about the Brobarian, Mr. Radio Voice in the Flesh. What? That's man. It's too hard, bro. We can't put it, man. We got to do it by eras, bro. We got to do it by eras. Were you in the first year? Were you a part of the second year? Are you in the third year? Or are you coming into this fourth year? You know what I mean? Like, it's different.
I think people need to just drop their top 4.
Donald Copley, he said he's mean Joe Green. Rod Dollar. Rod Dollar?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
Rod
Michael
Dollar's
Patrick
a staple.
McCracken.
Bro, that's
Where's he
my
been?
Irish brother.
Yeah.
That's but think about he's an OG. Like
Yeah.
he's been heavy in it. But Rod Dollar, he tuning on all my, like, bro, I be on Still Nation Radio. Rod Dollar. I'm like, yo, shout out. We do podcast. I'm like, yo, God, dog, that's my dog right here, man. Yeah, man. It's got to be by era. Gotta be by era, man.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get back to this comment unless you had something else to say about it.
Yo, I like that idea though. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Elijah Boykin. Elijah's a traitor. Says, Moats, how can I get your jersey? The Bills won though. Oh my. He's laughing about it. So is he serious? You know what? He might be serious though.
Why did you call him a traitor, bro? I'm gonna say, yo, he's a traitor.
Or maybe he's a Bills fan from the start.
He could just be a Bills fan from the start, which is fine. And shout out to you, Rod Dollar and Devin Harden. They was showing some love to my Gizmo shirt. It's like one of my favorite shirts, man. Love
Who's
this.
that?
From Gremlins. You ever seen the movie? It's an
No.
OG movie. Yeah. But Gizmo's the cute little nice one until he gets, well, not him, but his brothers who are just like him. You can't get them wet or feed them after midnight. Then they turn into gremlins. Bad things. Chaotic. Think like Sour Patch Kids, right?
Okay.
Oh, they're sweet. Oh, no, they're demons. Yeah. But he actually is like the cute one that actually helps the humans save the world.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's like my daughter's nickname, too. My middle girl, man, because she's just like Gizmo. She could be as sweet as she want to be.
Jekyll and Hyde type of thing.
Yeah. She takes after her dad for some reason. I don't know why. I say, yo, you should have chosen to be like, yo, mom, I don't know why you want to be like me, because this is not good. But yeah. But in terms of how you could get my Bills jersey, man, that is I actually don't know. Huh.
There's got to be one on eBay.
I'm sure it is, right? It's got to be one on eBay. If not, I would probably say just
What would it be? That'd be the Reebok ones then, huh?
yeah, the OG ones, yeah. But what I'll probably say is if you hit up like the Bills team shop, we got like Steelers team shop. They got their own team shop in Buffalo right on the website, and then just call them up and say, hey man, I want to get a Arthur Moats 52 jersey. And then they'll tell you how to process and everything like that. And yeah, if you do all that, man, I would definitely sign it too. Don't you trip. I will sign that thing. 100%. So that's what I would recommend, though, man. Just calling up the Bills team store and just tell them, like, look, man, Arthur Mo said it was all good. If you don't believe it, hit them up directly. They'll call me. I'll green light it, and we're all good, man.
Okay, so all that's on eBay right now is a game issue jersey.
Okay,
2013.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was my last year up there too. I like them jerseys too.
Right there, $300. That could be yours.
Dude, that's the game joint too, huh? Should I go buy my own game joint? Cause I got my own game ones, but I won't take in all my game ones back then. It won't like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, you like, bro, I need everyone. I know what y'all got going on here. These are valuable. Yeah, Buffalo's still young.
All right. You are right. You could go to NFL.com here and just customize it. And is that the same style jersey you wore your last year there?
Let me see. Yeah, because they haven't changed. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the same one.
Yeah.
So at least you wouldn't feel like you're getting gypped.
Correct.
Because sometimes people get jerseys of players that never actually wore the jerseys.
Like you think, like the Falcons now, you see a Jamal Lewis and their like two-tone transition jersey. You're like, bro, he ain't wear that jersey right there. But no, I did. That's Buffalo. They have been good with keeping all their. It's kind of like Pittsburgh in a sense. Like they kept them the same. I just didn't wear the red. Like they have red jerseys. Okay. That's the one I didn't wear.
Okay.
Yeah, but the white, the blue, yep, throwback, all of them.
Official momentum. How about a story today?
Oh,
my story is be prepared.
Well, if we got TG coming on, that's the only thing.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe Friday, though. You know what? Actually, Friday. Let's do it Friday.
Have people call in?
Friday? Let's open the phone lines on Friday.
Okay.
Phone lines are open officially on Friday. Official momentum. Be there or beware. All right? Friday. Phone lines is open. That's how we're going to do it, man. Say no more.
He's also asking us about the Ambition albums. And then it's saying, Moats, let me bring it to my hood. Oh. Homewood, 94.
Oh. When pull up game, I've been to Homestead. I don't be at Homewood like that. I be at Homestead like that. That's Seabash. It's old stomping grounds. Yeah, man. Might make a field trip out there. Yeah, I actually don't be out a lot though.
Right.
Deke's more of the outdoor interaction person. Yeah.
I stay relatively low key.
You not low key.
I think I do.
Deke, I be seeing you everywhere, white claw in hand. I'm just like, yo, Deke, where you a menace, bro? Yeah.
Well, we're getting to that point. Football season's coming back.
Yeah, man.
I'll agree with you a little bit more on that.
The random just Deke popped up white clubs. I love it.
Yeah, definitely Pitt games and Steeler games are going to be a staple.
Yeah.
They were last year. I don't see why they wouldn't be this year. I had a blast last year.
Yeah, I'm a homebody, though, man. I'm like, I can't just be bouncing. Man, I think we done spoke her up, too. Shout out to Love and Madden. Stephanie Ramirez in the house. I swear we just spoke her up. Did we not? She just popped up right there. Steelers family. I cannot make
Hopefully
this
Michael
up,
Patrick McCracken shows
bro,
up.
I'm telling you, man. I'm missing everybody, man. It is fun that we go back and actually think about like all the people that we've interacted with through this show, man. So shout out.
Fish Momentum says The Lion King 24th anniversary.
Lion King 2. Now,
Lion King, you're right.
Second one.
I see those two lines, and then he says October 27th, 2022.
There it is.
Deke, Moats, bring it on. Hashtag podcast numbers.
We're going to find out on Friday,
He thinks he'd deliver.
We're going to find on Friday. The phone lines will be open on Friday. Guarantee. Ain't that how Chuck said, right, Charles Barkley? Guarantee.
We'll see if there's an uptick in the analytics.
Yeah, we're going to see, man. And you know, we got all the analyticals of the analytics. So, yeah, man, we're going to find out.
And he also says, let's go. Friday stories. Here we go. He's excited.
All right. Let's get it popping in, baby. All right. So with that being said, man, let's get into this first topic, man. We timed this up perfectly, too. But we want to talk about our top 10 head coaches in the league. All right.
Yeah.
And the way we want to do this, and yeah, y'all put y'all's in there as well. Now that I think about it, we'll make sure we get some reactions to you guys as well. But the way I want to do it is like this. As we're going down our list, you're going to go 10, 9, 8. I'll go my 10, 9, 8. We'll stop.
3 at a time.
Kind of react. Yep, 3 at a time, 3 at a time, and then we'll end it with our number one guy. Sound good?
Works for me.
All right. So with that being said, man, you go ahead and get that thing popping, man. You start with your number 10. You go 9 and then 8, and then I'll give you mine, and then we'll chop it up a little bit. Plur.
Okay. At 10, I have Kyle Shanahan.
Okay.
At 9, Doug Peterson.
Okay.
At 8, actually, oh, man, I was thinking about making a late switch here. We'll just say 8 for now. Maybe I'll switch. McDermott.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Do you want to give any reasoning behind why you put him there? Your 10-9-8.
All right. So at this point, you got to think about who you left off.
Okay. Yeah, because include your honorable mentions as well, because I have a couple of honorable mentions that I'm going to include when I do my 10-9-8 as well, man.
So here's guys I think you think about for those bottom 3 in the top 10.
Okay.
Frank Reich, Zach Taylor,
Frank, yeah.
Kevin Stefanski.
Fair enough.
So why I had those 3, let's just say McDermott, Peterson, and Shanahan over those other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Peterson, he's got the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I think he's been a fine coach. It was just weird how
The ending.
one bad season with the Eagles.
Yeah.
And I think that bad season was a little bit more due to Carson Wentz just self-destructing than Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
That season could have easily probably been a 500 year or maybe a 7-9 year if they just would have had Jalen Hurts from the start.
I would agree.
Carson Wentz threw them out of a lot of games.
Yeah.
So that's why I have Peterson over those 3, because with Stefanski, man, I'm trying to talk as like all 3 of them together as one. Basically, with Stefanski, really good thing for him to turn the Browns organization around like he did. I would
agree. Yeah.
No other coach has really done that.
Nah. And he's like consistently had them relevant now.
It's only been 2 years, but what, 10-6 or something the first year, and then 8-8 last year, or not 8-8. What were they? 7-9 last year, something like that. And I think them being 7-9 was more due to Baker than Stefanski.
Correct. Yeah.
And then Zach Taylor, I just need to see more. You made it to a Super Bowl last year with the Bengals, but still at the same time, it's not like you had a 13-3 type of season. 10-7, had a really nice run in the playoffs. You give credit there. Turned the Bengals organization around, it seems. I just need to see more. And then Frank Reich, I think the problem with him is we just don't have the results. I feel like he is a good coach. They have good rosters, but quarterback's been inhibiting the Colts over these last 3 or 4 years. We'll see what that looks like this year,
though, right, with Matt Ryan?
True. I do feel like Matt Ryan isn't exactly where the Colts want to be quarterback-wise.
I would agree
Andrew
with
Luck
that as
screwed
well.
him up.
But nobody expected him to retire
exactly
like that. That's the quote. I'm trying to think who retired like that. That would be like, well, no, because even when Worlds retired, he wasn't to that level of impact in terms of like a surprise retirement. Yeah.
Oh, no, Andrew Luck for
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Kuechly retired a little early, but still, he's a linebacker.
Still,
Quarterbacks usually last longer. You're not expecting that.
And Luke was dealing with the concussions. So it was already starting to look, all right, what's going on here? Like, we didn't know who's going to retire, but just like, yo, you just expect him to miss time anyways. But, okay. I like that, man. I like that.
Whereas with Peterson, like I said, I think he's done pretty damn good as a head coach for his 3-4 years with the Eagles. Won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. You got to give credit there. That's something that all the guys below him have not done. Outside of McCarthy, it's weird with him. If he has another solid season with the Cowboys, I think I would put him in that honorable mention list.
Okay.
I just don't like how things ended with him up in Green Bay.
Fair enough.
Shanahan, I think the one thing I could say over like Stefanski, Taylor, and Reich is he made it to the Super Bowl. Taylor did that, but he's also had some really solid seasons when all of his guys are healthy. Why I don't have him higher is because they're kind of irrelevant when his guys aren't healthy. Whereas some other coaches,
they find
like
a way
Mike
to stay in the
Tomlin,
mix.
they're able to plow through. I think he's got good schemes. I think he's a really good coach. It's just he's had Jimmy G as well. You're wondering maybe if he had a better quarterback, would they have better success? And, I mean, Jimmy G being injured, as I kind of mentioned, too. But it's going to be interesting because now he has Trey Lance. I don't know if he wanted Trey Lance. I think he wanted Mac Jones. That's what all the reports are saying.
Yeah.
So now he's, I think, stuck where he's kind of been in these last 3 or 4 years. So I don't know if there's room for him to really go up.
Okay.
It might only be down for him from here on out. Like, I don't really see them winning a Super Bowl, especially if they go with Trey Lance. They're going to be in the mix again with Jimmy G, but I think they're going to be capped.
No one ever thought they can go to a Super Bowl with Jimmy G. Everybody always says you can't win with Jimmy G.
I think that was the max they're going to do that. With that division, too.
No one said he could do it. He didn't win the 2 NFC championships.
I think that was his moment, though.
That's fine.
I don't know if he's getting back.
But they said that when he went to the first Super Bowl.
At least with Jimmy G.
They would never get back anywhere close to that. Then he take him to an NFC championship game. That's all.
And then with McDermott, over those honorable mention guys, he turned the Bills franchise around. I don't think that's a small task. And I don't know where you give credit here, but like Josh Allen wasn't a finished product.
Correct.
Coming in. That development, do you give that to McDermott? Do you give that to the OC?
Brian Dable gets some of that credit as well, man. Yeah. And Ken Dorsey. You remember the quarterback from University of Miami? The one, yeah. Well, he was the QB coach up there as well for Josh for a little bit of time as well, man. So he gets some of that too.
So that's the one thing I think you could say about McDermott versus some of these other guys I'm talking about is at least he has had a franchise quarterback.
Okay.
Well, Josh Allen's been playing franchise quarterback caliber, what, the last 2 or 3 years?
I would say
2.5.
2.5 years, realistically.
2.5. But what I'm saying is, I guess you could give him some credit for that because he wasn't the finished product. But yeah, he's 8 for me. And they've had really good success over these last 3 years.
I like that. Okay.
Playoff runs, legitimately in the mix for Super Bowls, all that type of stuff. So, yeah, McDermott gets my vote for number 8. But I'm thinking about him for 7. I'm back and forth with 7.
We'll get to it then. We'll get to it. All right. Well, for me, man, my honorable mentions, I had Mike McCarthy, Frank Wright, Brandon Staley, and Zach Taylor. Similar reasons, like you said, with McCarthy, when you talk about just regardless of who you give credit to, regardless of how good or bad you think a coach is, when I just simply look at how many coaches have won a Super Bowl in the NFL, that list is very small when you look at how many coaches have coached in the NFL. And the fact that Mike McCarthy is on that list, I have to include him right there. But then on top of that, what he's been able to do in Dallas, like you said, when they are healthy, Dallas looks good at times. When they're not healthy, Dallas is very much irrelevant at times. And that's why we all can't really stand their fan base at times because of how they could get. I know, family, I love y'all, don't trip, okay? But that's why I have Mike McCarthy up there. Frank Wright, everything you said, I agree with, man. I don't really have a lot to add to that. Brandon Staley, I like what he did out there in L.A., but I need to see more of it. It was a small sample size.
And he made some blunders, too.
I would agree, but part of that is being aggressive. And he's
a rookie head coach
right,
last year.
But at the same time, for me, I don't fault aggression. I like guys that will live by their code. You know what I mean? If you're a guy that, hey, man,
Tomlin does it, yeah.
Right. Hey, man, if I always hit on 16, if I always hit on 17 for my blackjack people out there, well, man, live and die by that code. Don't hit on 16 this time. Now you got 16 next time. Now I'm going to stay. Don't do that.
He did it when the stakes were the highest.
Right. I want you to be consistent. I want that to be your identity, a defining characteristic. That's Brandon Staley right now. We know he's an aggressive coach. I don't fault that. Can he get polished up a little bit? Absolutely. He's a rookie coach.
Their defense is going to be better. Their team should be better this year, too. Yeah.
I would agree with that. And then with Zach Taylor, man, we know what the Bengals were prior to him getting there. They were good, never great. They were consistent, but we're going to always choke in the postseason. Marvin Lewis did an awesome job there, but he could never have any postseason success. Zach Taylor comes in within 3 years of them having the, number 1, number 2? How many times were they picking in the top 3, top 5? This is nuts. You know what I mean?
They had the year they drafted Burrow, they were terrible.
Right. So you think about that. And then within, 3 years of him taking that job, he takes them to a Super Bowl. That's not a small feat right there. And had them in the mix to win the Super Bowl. It wasn't like he went there and they got blew out. It wasn't like he went there It wasn't like we went there bro, they outmatched. It's nah, they legitimately could have won it.
Yeah, they played good defense against Stafford and that Rams offense.
Yeah, they legitimately could have won it. It took you have Stafford, Cooper Kupp going crazy at the end, Aaron Donald sealing the deal. That's what it was. So to me, I'm like, man, I had to have him as an honorable mention. But for me, at number 10, I go with Matt LaFleur here.
LaFleur was in my honorable mentions too. I just didn't write him down. I don't know why, but he's in that Shanahan category with me. I just wonder if Shanahan had Rodgers, what would it look like?
So for me, it's like, man, when we hear the hard stances on Aaron Rodgers, it's either you love him, you think he's the greatest quarterback ever, or you think he's overrated. Okay, that's fine. But either way, Matt LaFleur has been a consistent piece because when Mike McCarthy was there, we saw the tension. We saw how, man, we don't know what this is going to look like. LaFleur walked into a situation where Aaron Rodgers didn't even like him, didn't even want him. And now here we are, 2-3 years later now, how many NFC championship game appearances, how many division appearances, he's constantly keeping them in the mix. Regardless of, he has Aaron Rodgers, you still have to have a team. You still have to be able to win. And it's not like we haven't seen Aaron Rodgers struggle, because he definitely has struggled at times. But Matt LaFleur, he keeps that team relevant. He keeps them in that mix as well, man. The problem is I need to see him have that big moment. He hasn't went to the confetti game just yet. That's why he's at 10. Because when you think about his winning percentage, 72% winning percentage, if I remember correctly, 3 times now movement in the postseason. To me, when you're talking about that in a vacuum, you're like, if that's your first 3 years, you should be way higher up on this list. But because of the expectations postseason wise and him not living up to it, that's why he is at 10. And it's a combination of him not living up to it and Aaron Rodgers. But to me, I put them both in there together. So that's why I have him at 10. At number 9, I got Mike Vrabel here, man. I'm a fan of Mike Vrabel, man. I like what he's done in Tennessee. You think about how Tennessee was prior to him getting there, and now how consistent they are. They were very up and down before he got there. Some years they look great. Other years you're like, bro, y'all about to be picking top 2, and y'all not number 2. Like, that was the situation. But since he's gotten there, they have an identity. They're super physical, and they're going to play defense. They're going to run the ball. You talk about him getting the best out of a player.
Yeah.
What was Ryan Tannehill prior to him joining the Tennessee Titans?
A backup at that point in his career.
Mm-hmm. And since then, he didn't got this. He done turned this into a $100 million quarterback, then took him to an AFC championship game, then won in the postseason with him now. What, 4 postseason appearances? 3, because he's going on his 4th year there. So 3 postseason appearances with him. Even last year when Derrick Henry goes out, how he still is able to keep this team not just afloat, but winning.
They were the 1 seed.
Without
I'm
Derrick
with
Henry.
you on that.
Like,
I don't know how the hell they were the 1 seed last year. Part of it's because they had such a shitty division.
Yes.
But we got to see them firsthand at Heinz Field going up against the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Such an annoying team. And I have to give credit to the coaching because they had no business even being in that match with us or being in a bunch of other matches throughout the season or being the 1 seed with that team that they had most of the season. Like, on paper, Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, like, Henry got hurt halfway through the season. He was out. And then with Julio, he wasn't right. He wasn't Julio.
You could tell
A.J. Brown was in and out of the lineup, too.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his tight end and Jonnu Smith. So, like, they had no business being the 1 seed. Now, making the playoffs and kind of doing what the Titans have done these last couple years, 10-6 record. Well, now it's 17 games, but 10-7 record, whatever, something like that. That was more, I think, along the lines of what Tennessee should have been last year. But the 1 seed, that was wild.
Yeah. So that's why, for me, man, I got Mike Vrabel at 9.
And I still think Tannehill's limited.
I would agree with you on that. But
there's credit to Vrabel bringing up Tannehill, but I also think that's even more credit to Vrabel in dealing with Tannehill because he's still limited.
Absolutely. So that's why I got Vrabel up at 9. I'm like, he could be higher.
I got him at 7. I'll just say, because we're talking about him. I got him at 7.
Man. Bro, you won't be listening, man. I'm trying to get through mine. I only got 2 names, man. Let me get my loud one in here real
I know,
quick,
but
man.
since we were talking about Vrabel, I just want to let you know.
Man.
I think highly of Vrabel, too.
This guy over here. Sheesh. But at number 8, though. See, I could have done what you just did right there. But at number 8, I have Sean McDermott. Okay. See, I could have been like, I got him more there with you.
We have the same one.
You see,
we have them both at 8.
You know what I'm saying? There we go, like that. But yeah, man, I got McDermott at 8 because as a former Buffalo Bill, man, I know what Buffalo was prior to him getting there, prior to Rex Ryan getting there, prior to Doug Marrone getting there. Shoot, when Chan Gailey got there. Know how that thing turned around. Know what those building blocks started to look like. But to me, Sean McDermott was the one that took it from here to putting it with an expectation. Now, when we talk about this Bills team, it's an expectation that they should be in the AFC Championship game or in the Super Bowl. If not, it's a failure of a season. It's a waste of a season. It's a step back. Some people view last year's Bills performance as, oh, man, y'all went to the AFC Championship the year before. Now, granted, you went into Kansas City and we know how it ended, but y'all didn't make it back there. We know what the expectations are. To me, the fact that that's the expectation right now in Buffalo, that's a huge testament to them because I know what it was when I was there. And to me, that's crazy. But then what you talked about in terms of him being one of the focal people in terms of believing in Josh Allen, helping him develop into where he is now, that's a part of that. But you have to believe that. You have to see it and say, you know what, we can customize certain things for you. We can do certain things offensively for you to highlight that. And to me, that stands out. That's huge, man. So that's why I have him at number 8. But the thing that's holding me back from having him higher, because you know how you love the Bills. You know what I'm saying? I like the Bills just because you love them. All right. The reason I don't have him higher, though, because I need
13 seconds.
I need this. We knew it was going to be a 13 here somewhere. All right. I just need him to get to that confetti game. He got to get to one. He got to play in the Super Bowl. I need to see him in one.
Okay.
If he's in one, if he wins one, I think that jumps him up this list a lot higher, man. But right now, that's the only thing that's holding him back right now. So that's why I got him at 8.
More credit to McDermott taking over the AFC East.
Yeah.
I was going to say AFC South for a second, but AFC East.
Yeah. Knocked off
that's
the
no
big
small
bad
task.
Patriots, man.
Yeah. I mean, there were times over these last couple seasons where I'm like, yeah, the Bills on paper are the better team.
Yeah.
But are they going to be able to overcome the Patriots just mentally? Patriots have had their number for the last 20 years, and they've been able to do it. And they did it in emphatic fashion last year in the playoffs. But they did it, is it 2 years in a row they won the AFC East? Yeah, so you got to give credit to McDermott for that.
Yeah.
Taking on Belichick head-to-head, even though he did have the better roster, but still, we know what type of football mind Bill Belichick is. It's no small feat there.
No, I definitely would agree with that, man. All righty. So now for your 765, we know you're 7. I know you're 7. You're high on Vrabel.
I think I might move Vrabel around a little bit, actually.
Oh, Lord. Here you go.
No, Vrabel's at 7. I have Pete Carroll at 6.
Ooh, okay.
John Harbaugh at 5.
Wow. I knew you were a Ravens lover. Unreal. Anywho.
So, Vrabel, we said a ton of stuff with him already. Yes. I don't think there's anything more to add. I just don't think the Titans should be in the positions that they've been in these last 2 or 3 years.
They find a way every single time. Why? I don't know, but they find a way.
Yeah. Pete Carroll, bro, I know a lot of people are down on him, especially with last year. Still went 7-9, and Russell Wilson was out for probably like half the season.
Thank you.
You know? That's his first losing season in 9 years.
Yeah.
And those losing seasons before that, I think were both 7-9, and one of those they made the playoffs and upset the Saints in the first round. So for that type of consistency, can we just give the man credit? He's been to 2 Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl, and if they end up getting Baker Mayfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow get to 7-9 or what would it be, 7-10 again this year?
Yeah.
8-8. I'm so fucked up with these
listen, if they get Baker,
records and stuff right now. I'm trying to figure it out.
They'll win 10 games. If they get Baker, they'll win 10 games.
Okay, you think?
I think so. Because I'm looking at how Geno played last year during that stretch and how, you can make a case that, hey, could they have beat us? That could have been one of them, right? I just think, like, is there 2 to 3 of them games where it's like we watched Geno and we're like, man, some of it was on Geno, some of it wasn't on Geno. But you just ask, man, if it was a better quarterback there with those moments that played out differently. And
I remember the Rams game for sure. Our game.
Yeah.
I feel
like it's another game in there somewhere in that mix during the Geno time where it was like, they could win this game if this quarterback can make a play or if he was just slightly better. And to me, Baker is definitely a better quarterback than Geno Smith.
619 winning percentage with Seattle.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, he's won. That's something that some of the other guys can't say below him on the list. And he's been pretty damn good.
Yep.
In recent history as well. So why not have him at 5? Like I said, I know a lot of people are down on him, but I think that's just really all based off last year. And a lot of people being pro Russell Wilson. There's some type of weird divide going on. It's either you're pro Russell Wilson.
It's the same divide in Pittsburgh.
Or pro Pete Carroll.
People that are, hey, man, Coach Tomlin is one because he's had Ben, or the people that are like, hey, man, nah, man, it's Ben, or it's Coach T. It can never be both. That's how they think about it. They do the same with Belichick and Brady. Oh, you either won because it was Brady or you won because it was Belichick. They never say, it's both. Mike McCarthy, you only won because it was Rodgers. You ain't won because it was you. But then you got, Mike McCarthy, now he can still get it done. He's a good coach. It's just one of them things. When you have a quarterback, bro, they always going to try to divide. Oh, it was this guy. They still doing that with Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur right now.
Really?
That's what they do, bro. You know that's what
I don't feel like that
was
as much of a conversation here, though. People do think that way.
Yeah.
But I think it was way more with the Patriots, Belichick and Brady, because Brady actually left.
Yeah.
And there was always talks of, like, dissension between the two. You don't hear as much about the Ben Tomlin dynamic. With Russ and Carroll, you heard the whole let Russ cook. I want more of the offense.
But that was at
and
the
then
end,
Russ
though.
ended up leaving because he wasn't that happy.
But that was at the end.
Yeah.
But that's been a conversation, though, bro.
What?
Yeah. In terms of just that, who gets more credit? Who's
between
more
Russ and Carroll?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be that way, though. I think Carroll's a good coach, and I think Russ is a good quarterback.
I would agree with you.
It's pretty much that simple to me.
But I feel like that about all these people when they, it's more quarterback than coach. I'm like, man, I think both of them could be good. I think both of them can help you win, which we've seen, man. But I like your list right there, man. All right, so I'm at 7-6.
And Harbaugh's my last one. Ravens put out some
that's your 5 or whatever?
Yeah, okay. Ravens will put out some dumpster fire teams, and somehow they'll be good, competitive. We know how it is with Harbaugh, and he's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How he's been able to tailor the offense around Lamar Jackson over these last 3 or 4 years, I think that's also a good testament to Harbaugh and how good he is as a coach. Yep. Even being relevant last year with, losing your top 2 cornerbacks. No, they didn't lose Humphrey.
What are you talking about? No, he tore his pec in our game. Remember when he was tackling somebody in our game, he tore his pec then.
How early was that?
That was We played them. When did we play?
I know they lost Peters before the season, but they lost probably three or four like key guys.
Humphrey was definitely our game.
They lost 3 or 4 key guys before the season even started.
All their running backs.
Lost Lamar Jackson middle of the season for an extended period of time. Won some games with Huntley.
The O-line
took Packers toe-to-toe. Yeah, so we know what Harbaugh is. I mean, I don't know if there's much more explanation needed there. I think he's a top 5 to 6 coach. If you want to argue between him and Carroll, fine, but I think he's at least in the top 6.
No, I could dig it. So for me, man, at number 7, I have Kyle Shanahan here. The fact that, let's see now, he's coached in 2 Super Bowls. Obviously, one as an OC, one as a head coach. I know people will say, well, he's lost both. He's had leads in both and choked them away or whatever. But the simple fact that he's found a way to have leads in these Super Bowls, I think matters a lot. I think of how Matt Ryan performed under him while he was down there. Matt Ryan had an MVP. Matt Ryan was killing folk down there in Atlanta while Shanahan was there. We talk about the Jimmy G. Is he good? Is he not good? A lot of people don't think he's good. I think he's all right. I don't think he's a great player, but I think he's a good player. But the fact is, he's taken a Jimmy G-led team to a Super Bowl and an NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Like, beat a Green Bay Packers Aaron Rodgers team on the road in the division.
Times. Well, the other one was at home.
Right. But it's like, if we're not going to say Jimmy G is on that tier of quarterback, which none of us think he is, well, then I think the architect, the head guy pulling the strings, has to get that type of credit. And to me, Kyle Shanahan, he's always in the mix with that Niners team as well, unless Jimmy G isn't out there. That's been the one constant. So we're going to see. We're going to see. But that's the one for me, man. I'm like, I need to see you win one now. If you win one, that changes a lot for me. But in terms of could he move up this list, I agree. It's hard right now for him because with Jimmy G coming back from a shoulder surgery, disgruntled because of how you're handling whatever it is out there, or you're rolling with Trey Lance.
I don't think they believe in Trey Lance. That's what all the reports are saying right now.
Either way, I just think that that's going to be a tough thing to do coming out of, that division. Not even just the division, but just in the sense of like, are those quarterbacks going to be enough to actually win you one? Because we've seen you get there, but can you actually win one? That's going to be the one for me, man. That's why I have him at 7. At number 6, I got John Harbaugh. I mean, everything you said, I agree with, but I also want to add the fact that you talk about a guy having some, some good cojones right here, man. Think about this move. The year he switches to Lamar Jackson, he's on the hot seat. He has Joe Flacco, and they're kind of just meddling around. No one thinks you're going to pull that trigger and make that move. Remember, nobody even thought Lamar should be a first-round quarterback. He pulls that trigger middle of the season, and look at what's happened since then. Even when people are like, yo, you're crazy. Even when they're like, yo, this is a running back playing quarterback. Even when they're like, it's a college-style offense. It's like, yo, they still find ways to win. Oh, that's great. The Super Bowl with Joe Flacco, he's elite and all that. Oh, that's great. But you know what stands out to me the most, though, man? Ryan Mallett. The year that Ryan Mallett led the Baltimore Ravens and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Baltimore. I believe Mike Wallace is at receiver that game. It's that type of stuff to me that always makes John Harbaugh stand out. I'm like, yo, how do you take just hodgepodge players, injuries, whatever, and you're always in the mix? You're always going to have a tough team, whether it's Tyler Huntley, whether it's Robert Griffin III. Think about how many times we've seen him just, yo, who is this team? Who is this guy here? And it's like, yo, y'all still finding a way to ball with this group? Like, this is crazy. So to me, that's why I have him at 6. And then at number 5 is Pete Carroll. I mean, dude, it's Pete Carroll. He's one of them coaches that I personally would have loved to have played for me. He just looks like a fun coach. He looks like a guy that is still very tough on his players, but at the same time, he knows how to unwind them. He knows how to let them be themselves. And talking with guys that have played for him, man, especially guys that were part of that Legion of Boom era, it's like, man, they all speak very highly of this dude. And that's why for me, I'm like, I like him a lot, man. But when you talk about back-to-back Super Bowl appearances, obviously you winning one, realistically should have won the other one. That's big time to me, man. And he's still doing it, man. As old as he is. Even though people think he's young, he is actually very, very old. But he's still getting it done, man. And like you said, to go, 7 and 9? Was that what
7 and 10. I'm getting so botched up with these records as we're going through this.
But either way, we know what Geno Smith looked like. Alex Collins. Like, That's the type of situation that they were dealing with over there. And you still finding ways to get it done out there, man. So that's why I got to tip my cap and get Pete Carroll as number 5 right here, man. So, yeah.
Just top 4 now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and knock it out because it's 56. And we're going to hit up TG in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm between 3 and 4, but I think I'm just going to stick with what I got on the paper here.
All right.
I got Tomlin at 4.
Okay.
Reed at 3.
Okay.
Belichick at 2.
Okay.
The torch has been passed. Sean McVay 1.
All right. Elaborate.
All right, with Tomlin, this is no slight to him.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think very highly of Tomlin. 643 win percentage, never a losing season. Won a division in 2020. Like I'm gonna use a little bit of both, where he has a Super Bowl, been to 2 Super Bowls. There's that. That's more in the past. That's over a decade old right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, over the last 3 seasons, like I said, won the division in 2020. As much as people want to shit on that season, we went 12-4.
I would agree.
It was a tough exit in the playoffs for sure. But then you go back to 2019, going 8-8 with the quarterback carousel of Duck and Mason. Nothing to sneeze at there. I think that's a good mark for Tomlin.
Yeah.
To even get back in the mix for the playoff hunt too, because we started that season 1-3 or like 0-4.
Yeah, we were 2 games
bad.
over 500 though after that Cardinals game.
We were down bad
late in the year. Yeah.
And to coach a team up to have that type of fight and still believe, credit to Tomlin. And then last year to go 9-7-1 with our obviously it was a dysfunctional, broken team.
Yeah.
It was. We were below average in offense per the stats, really bad in rush defense, the worst in the league, in fact, and just overall an average to below average defense. Still went 9-7-1 somehow. It's not a coincidence. Tomlin's never had a losing season. The only reason I don't have him above Belichick, Reed, or McVay right now, he could easily actually probably move into the top 2 if we have a really good season here. Deep playoff run. Maybe even make the Super Bowl. It's just the recent playoff success.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to give the nod to Reed. But I agree with TG. This is why I go back and forth with 3.
Okay.
If Reed had Duck, I don't know if it's the same.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Reed, what he's been doing with Mahomes. Yeah. And he was having success even before Mahomes with Alex Smith down in Kansas City. So I'll have Reed at 3.
Okay.
And what he's done throughout his career kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Eagles, all those NFC championships, making the Super Bowl. Then the recent stuff he's done with the Chiefs. Big shout out there. 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years he's made?
Yeah.
How many AFC is it 4 in a row?
4 in a row.
4 AFC championships in a row. He does have a Super Bowl. Like, if he didn't have a Super Bowl, I'd have to knock him down. But finally got over the hump there. Belichick. It's Belichick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have him up there. He's slipping a little bit right now.
Okay.
Over these last 2 seasons.
Okay.
If he has another season like last year, I think he's got to keep slipping, because then you're starting to think it ain't the same without Brady.
Okay.
At the same time, dude has 6 rings and one as recent as back as 2019. So you still give your respects.
Yeah.
We know what Belichick is. McVay, though, I mean, crazy impressive what he's done over these last 4 years he's been the coach. We talked about some of the guys in the honorable mentions and like lower on the list, like 7, 8, 9, 10, and turning around franchises, whether it's McDermott, Stefanski, Zach Taylor. McVay has done that with the Rams. They were 4-12 off the top of my head with Jeff Fisher before Sean McVay got there. They drafted Jared Goff, and they had a lot of the same pieces. They made some nice moves, because I was looking at this. They brought in like Brandon Cooks and like Sammy Watkins. Some of the receivers got better. At the end of the day, to go from 4-12 and then Jared Goff having some awesome seasons, going on Super Bowl runs with him, and then also having the wherewithal. I don't know if you want to give the GM credit for this, but I got to assume if they're trading for Stafford, this is McVay saying, I know what's going on here.
Yeah.
We got to make a move at quarterback, put all the chips on the table. And they've also done that at other positions too, getting Jalen Ramsey in there and countless other players like Odell Beckham. So McVay to go 2 Super Bowls, win 1, consistently in the playoffs, in that tough division, I got him at 1 right now.
I like it. All right. Okay. Shout out to your list. Shout out. All right, so for me, man, at number 4, I got Sean McVay. Then at number 3, I go Coach Tomlin. Number 2, Andy Reid. And then at number 1, I got Bill Belichick. Absolutely. So let me elaborate. You see, I was like, yo, let you just get it off, man.
I'm fine with that list because
Yeah.
maybe if you would asked me like 2 or 3 months
You know what
ago,
I'm
I would have
saying?
said that.
Yeah. So now let me elaborate. The reason I got Sean McVay at 4, I mean, obviously we know what he's been doing since he's came into this league. No losing seasons, 2 Super Bowl appearances, won one of them. I mean, the dude is on fire right now, without a doubt. My only knock is it's only been doing it for 5 years. I've seen Coach T have a start like this. I've already seen guys do this. I want to see how long can you do it. Now, I think that he has a chance to continue on, and I love that optimism that I have for him, but that's the reason why I have him below those guys, because those other 3 guys got a decade plus in this league of doing that. And I know firsthand from being in that league that long, not a lot of coaches win like that. For that long, it doesn't always happen, man. So that's why I got Sean McVay at 4. But I also like the fact that when you talk about their owner, he also is the owner, I believe it is, of the Avalanche, and it's another, it's the Dodgers. I think that's the other one. I love the fact that he's a spender. He does not pull punches. When we talk about creating your own thing, right? Creating your own way of building rosters.
3 of those franchises have won in like the last 3 years, right?
Exactly.
Dodgers, where they back in what,
They just won it a year. Was it
2019,
last year or
something
2
like
years ago? Absolutely. So, but with that, it's because of how aggressive they are. But it goes perfect with McVay's personality, with McVay's approach, and that's why when you talk about how aggressive they are with how they build their roster, it's not through the draft. We build through the draft. We're slow players in free agency. They're the big players in free agency and in the trade. I look at them like they're trying to be the Yankees of football right now. Give me the best team that money could buy. But with that being the case, you have expectations. With that being the case, you have a certain level of, hey, man, you got to get these guys to produce. Even if it's on a 1 to 2 year deal, find a way. And McVay has done that time and time again. But that's why I have him at 4 and not higher, because I just got to see him do it longer. That's it, because these guys ahead of him, they've been doing it. When I talk about Coach T at number 3, I love the 8-8 Duck season, Mason season, 6 quarters of Ben season, because to me, it's like, man, it's no way you're telling me you find a way to turn that out. How? We endured that season. We saw it firsthand week in and week out.
It was tough.
And when people brush over that with the, oh, it's no losing season, I don't care about that. You know why we don't care about that? Because Coach T is the staple of consistency. When you talk about no losing seasons for as long as he's been in this league, and we talk about how hard it is to win in this league, how many Tomlin losses, Tomlin games, right? You know what? Think about what Vince said when we talked about, hey, man, how does those games happen, man? Is it just, y'all guys overlooking? I was like, no, this is the 1% of the 1%. Everybody is nice. Everybody. So you mean to tell me, with that being the case, and we've seen Andy Reid have losing seasons, we've seen Bill Belichick have losing seasons, we've seen all these other guys have losing seasons, except McVay, shout out to him. But it's like, dude, for you to still be finding ways to win, take teams to the postseason, regardless if you believe that Ben can still get it done or not. If you think Ben was god-awful last year, well, he still was able to get this team in the postseason. Now, if you think Ben still got something in you, I know Deke does.
I believe that. But as I mentioned, the offense was broken, though.
Yeah, but it's like either
Canada.
way, it's like, man, the fact that this dude time and time again finds a way to get it done has shifted his style of play also, right? Remember, early on it was defense. Then it was the offense, killer beat era. Then it went back to the deep. Like, he's still finding ways. Relevant. So that's why I have him at 3. Andy Reid at number 2, because if we're being real about it, Andy Reid he's on the, I'll put it like this. He's had 2 almost dynasties. What he was doing in Philly, was it 3 NFC Championship games in a row? Obviously, he goes to the last one, makes it to the Super Bowl. If T.O. is fully healthy, who knows? Because T.O. was going off that game with the broke leg. But it's like, man, he had Donovan McNabb. Is Donovan McNabb a Hall of Famer to you?
He's not.
Okay. And he took him to how many NFC Championship games back to back, right? It was with Donovan McNabb. It's like, man, Philly won't like that before he got there. No, Philly won't like that. But then we take it a step further. You okay? Well, hey, man, go to Kansas City. All right, cool. Talk about Alex Smith. I know they've been 1 and 2 seeds out there. We had to go out there and face them. Know what they look like.
With Alex Smith.
But then that's with Alex Smith. Then you say, okay, let's give him one of them GOAT caliber, Hall of Fame caliber, like Coach T, like Bill Belichick has got the chance to experience, right? Let's see what he does with him. What has Kansas City turned into now that they have Patrick Mahomes there? It's just like, bro, this is freaky. What, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl championship, 3 AFC Championship game appearances back,
4,
or
right?
4, excuse me,
Was it
4
4?
back to back now. It's just like, bro, this is nonsense. He wins another one. It's like, bro, you're talking about him in terms of like crazy all-time stats because you don't do this with multiple organizations. We haven't seen Coach T leave and build the Steeler way somewhere else. We haven't seen Belichick leave and build the Patriot way another way. No, we haven't seen that. But we've seen Andy Reid do this now. So that's why, for me, I have him at number 2.
I want to give some more credit to Reid, too. You know, we were talking about with McDermott and developing Josh Allen. You got to say that with Reid because they took a chance on Mahomes.
They did.
He was considered like a project quarterback. And we saw what happened as soon as he got – I don't want to say it's all Reid's system or anything, but Reid's system
it's a large part of it.
It's very quarterback-friendly. And we saw what Mahomes did literally in year 1. I think he threw for 50 touchdowns and win the MVP.
MVP, year 1. Yeah, as the full starter because he had that one start the final game of Alex Smith's last season there.
So now we're going to have to see Reid, no matter what, it's always probably going to be in your top 3 or top 4 here. But it'll be interesting to see how they tinker with this system going forward. Because as we've seen here in Pittsburgh, as people have seen in Green Bay, New Orleans, it ain't that easy to just keep winning on a consistent basis with a franchise. It's easy to consistently win.
Yes.
But in terms of being what you were.
Right.
Like us with those 3 Super Bowl appearances with Ben early on. Like we never got back to that.
Right.
Really.
And it's different.
Same with Breeze whenever they had that Saints season. Same with Rodgers.
It's a difference.
It's tough at times. So people are starting to, I can't say figure out the Chiefs, but you saw the offense last year. People were running those cover 2s and they had to change their offense a little bit.
Make them slow play.
Let's see what they do now, especially with them not having Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
What's Mahomes and Reid going to do going forward? I'm sure they're going to be fine, but
that's why
it's not going to be as easy as it was.
That's why I got him at 2.
3 or 4 years, especially with Mahomes' contract.
Exactly. Like it's going to change a lot, but that's what we got to see. But the fact that this is the part 2 of what he's already done in Philly, like that was already crazy watching that work. Now it's like, yo, you're creating a whole nother, like even if you don't win another game, like what you've already done in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's nuts. So that's why it's like I can't have him lower than that. Like, even though I like Coach T more than Andy Reid. I never met Andy before, but he had one of my homies playing for him. I love that part, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Ken Jordan, my JMU partner right there. But yeah, man, Andy Reid is always in that conversation for me. But at number 1, man, is Bill Belichick. I know you love to hate him or you hate to love him. It's one or the other. But to me, he's the Nick Saban of the NFL. Regardless of, okay, we're going to say, well, Spygate, this and that. All right, how many rings you want to take away? We're going to take away 2. We want to take away 3. Either way, he still is up there with more than any of the other guys. So however we want to slice it, to me, I don't put a lot of stock in that because as a player, I just feel like, man, you still got to go out there and execute. You still got to get the job done. But however you want to slice it, take away the asterisk ones. That's cool. You still can't take away the other ones. And that's my issue. It's like, man, we can talk about the whole Brady move, right? Oh, man, do you believe in Brady? Oh, who believed in who first? Who helped develop who? And all these other things. That's cool. He's forever in that conversation. But I'll take you a step further. You kind of was like downplaying them going to the postseason this last year. They did get waxed by Buffalo. Shout out to the Bills. But this is 2 years removed from the GOAT quarterback, as a lot of people refer. I know you don't, but a lot of people refer to Brady as the GOAT quarterback, right? So 2 years removed from him, they take Mac Jones, who none of us think is this world beater, future all-pro caliber quarterback, and he got them back to a playoff game within 2 years of Brady being gone. 2. I don't think that's a small feat. I personally don't. In today's NFL, passing league, we know how teams want to run it up. We know what the AFC looks like. He takes a Mac Jones-led team. They won a game with Mac Jones throwing the ball 4 times. That's just crazy to me. So that's why for me, I'm like, I got him at number 1. Now, if he starts to keep going, like if they don't get back to the postseason and get out of the wild card, if they don't win another AFC East anytime soon, well, now we're talking different. But for it to be 2 years removed, like if we're 2 years removed from Ben and we're like, yeah, we went back to the postseason, I don't think we're tripping. But if we're 2 years removed from Ben and we're like, bro, we still trying to figure out, okay, is it Trubisky? Is it Kenny Pickett? Is it Mason Rudolph? Is it Chris Oladuka? Who is it? That could be an issue. But that's what we're going to see, how we respond to that. Because he's already had to do it. That's all. So that's why it's like, man, I can't fault him for that when we know what Mac Jones is. Mac Jones ain't it.
I get what you're saying.
He's not it, bro.
I get what you're saying. But as weird as it sounds, I think that team underperformed.
And think about, but
in
why,
the middle of the season.
But why is the expectation that though?
Huh?
Why was that the expectation that they underperformed? It wasn't because of the quarterback. Who was it because of?
Well, he was playing good.
But it was because of
And
how
the
Belichick
defense
had the
was playing
team
good.
going, right?
Yeah.
That's why. That's all I'm saying.
My thing with Belichick, this is going to be weird
Mm-hmm.
because I'm just wondering how much him as a GM is going to hinder him as a coach
Fair.
going forward.
That's the
Because
part we're going to see.
Getting rid of JCJ, I don't like. Where are they better at in any of these spots
But
going
how
into the
many
season?
times-
Outside of Mac Jones, probably just developing.
Now, granted, Brady is the outlier in this conversation because he was the constant. But that is not against the Belichick MO. He traded Chandler Jones away when Chandler Jones was the sack king at a time. He traded Jamie Collins away when Jamie Collins was arguably one of the best linebackers in the league. He does this time in and time again. He will be like, you know what? I don't need to pay you. Go. It's cool. And they figure it out. Now, granted, like I said, Brady has been a staple for the longest time. But this is what we're going to find out right now. Because that approach has always been crazy to me. I'm like, yo, we're supposed to pay your good players, right? He gets rid of them. Yo, we'll figure it out. So that's the part for me that I need to see. But
yeah, it's all Mac Jones, really.
He's been really consistent with that approach of not paying those guys. Like, he's fine with it.
Yeah, and that's my thing. It's like, okay, you're doing that now. You don't have Brady.
Yeah, that's the part. It was like, yo, he's the
Let's
outlier.
see.
We're going to see, man. We're definitely
How
going to see.
much is Mac Jones going to develop?
Yeah,
That's the question.
we're definitely going to see, man.
I think Mac Jones is good. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're back in the playoff mix. I just don't know, man. Like, are they going to hit those basically, I was going to say Brady heights. That basically just means them winning a Super
Win a Super Bowl,
Bowl.
yeah.
It's basically it. Could
Or would
Belichick
it be
win without
multiple
Brady?
ones? Does he just need to win one, or does he need to win multiples?
He's getting old. I think he's just got to get one.
Especially since Brady got one the first year away.
I think
that's crazy.
I think Belichick's got like 3, 4, 5 years left.
Who
He's just
retires
getting
first?
old,
Who
man.
retires first, Belichick or Pete Carroll?
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it going either way.
Yeah, because remember Pete is a couple months older, right? If I think I have that correct, Pete should be like a couple months older.
Wow, I could see it going either way. Now, if Belichick's healthy, he could do some. Like what? How long did like Bobby Bowden and like Paterno coach?
Bobby coached for a minute. Paterno was up in the
They were in the 80s,
skybox
right?
doing it. Yeah, he was.
If
up top.
Belichick's healthy, I could see him just still doing it because I think he really loves football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Carroll, I could see this. He's energetic and stuff. I don't know if he's the football savant that Belichick is, but I could see him just continuing to do it as something to do to keep his energy. He's just one of those guys.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if golf will get it done for him. Or
that'd be hard.
Doing tennis.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like a highly competitive, just energetic guy.
He's like Brady. They ain't just sitting around. They ain't gonna just, oh man, I'm done. Let me just wither away. Like, nah, they need to be in that thing and they need to feel it.
Well, for Belichick, I think especially with Brady getting his,
He's
gonna want. He's gonna want one.
He has to get one, bro.
He's gonna want one.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, we both had the top four, just in different spots. And I'm telling you, if you would have asked me like 2 or 3 months ago, or maybe even just a month ago, I probably would have had Belichick one. I'm just really impressed with what McVay's done over these last 4 or 5 years.
Bro, McVay is on fire. McVay, man, like I said, if McVay has just done it longer, or if he had 1, 2 already, it's a different conversation. But to me, it's just like, man, he's right there on the heels of it. But I can't, like those Coach T, Andy Reid, and Bill Belichick, bro, like, I just can't go, like, it's hard.
I think those are the solid 4.
Yeah.
Like, if Tomlin makes a little deep playoff run or something here, I might bump him up over Reid.
Yeah.
If we're doing this list next year. Maybe even bump him up over Belichick if Belichick has another, like 6-10 type of season. Or they make the playoffs and get trounced again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're going on a run with either Trubisky or Pickett. I'll bump Tomlin up a couple spots.
So that's the thing with that, though, man. But, no, that was dope, man. That was dope.
Good
Shout
list.
out to that 5 o'clock, though, man.
What time we at?
5:15. I texted. We all good.
Is TG good?
We're going to see, man. Let's find out. I shot him a text when we was like right in the middle of it because I was like, yeah, we not about to stop this convo. We just having a little bit too much fun.
No, we had our final 4. You just don't do your final 4 and then
can't stop
not
that.
say anything about it.
So you can't stop that. So I was like, yo, I'm going to shoot the text real quick. But yeah, man, let's see what we got going on, man.
All right. Let's see if anyone's got some takes on this. Maybe I could read off while
Absolutely, man. Let's
we're doing
do that.
the calls.
Yeah.
$7 says McVay has a Pro Bowl team. Laugh my ass off.
Oh, he does, though. Hey, man.
I think that's because of McVay, though. That's a good
And the ownership,
portion.
though. Because they pay, I'm talking about the Pro Bowl team. So it's like, yo, they always stack now. He going to spend that money.
Yeah, you got to be able to coach the talent.
Absolutely.
Get the talent to come together in unison too. I mean,
Yeah.
get dudes like Odell Beckham,
Come
Jalen
on
Ramsey.
now. Come on
Matt
now.
Stafford.
Like how? How are you winning?
Von Miller.
How do you get them all to cooperate, all to play their role? No Melvin Ingram action. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
think about that. Nobody gets pissed off out there.
Yeah.
Everybody's all right. We're together. We're good. All right, so let's call him up, man. Let's see if he's available.
They got that pit leadership in Aaron Donald.
There it is. Make sure I was calling the right person too.
Jason King says Pete retires first.
Interesting.
Todd Sikowski says Belichick is a Sith Lord.
I would agree with that, actually.
No answer.
Oh, let me find out we go into voicemail. It could be like last time when he broke the phone. Remember that? Yeah, we're going to see, man. Uh-oh. 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 Hello?
Please leave your message for...
No. All right. We'll wait for him to call back then. We'll give him some time.
TG snubbed us.
He said, yo, look, man. I don't like how... So we got a little feedback right
Sure.
there. But nah, he's like, yo, man, what y'all doing, man? Y'all said 5, man. It's 5:16, man. Where you at? So he hit his back. But let's read some of these supers off real quick. Or not even super, but just, all of the chat stuff real quick, man. Then we'll go from there.
All right. I am Pat Fryermuth.
I am.
Is given his ranking. This is a troll job here. It has to be. It says 1 McDermott, 2 Tomlin, 3 McVay, 4 Staley, 5 LaFleur, 6 Belichick, 7 Shanahan. No. You can't take that list seriously. I'm sorry.
I just looked at it right there. Now I see it. I was like, where are you looking at this? Trying to make sense of it.
No, I can't take it seriously.
I can't make sense of this, though. Yeah, I'm not putting McDermott over McVay. Can't do that. And I like McDermott a lot, but I can't do that.
McDermott number 1.
I can't do that.
I'm sorry.
I can't do that.
I'm sorry. That's not even the Bills hate. No.
I can't. Not in a boy.
No.
Not in a boy.
And he's got Belichick at like 7 or something?
Not in a boy, bro. It can't be in the boy.
No. Malachi says Tomlin, McVay, Belichick are top 3 right now. So he has all 3 of them over Reed. So I'm assuming he's probably got Reed at 4.
Okay.
Unless he's a Reed hater. Maybe he's got him at like 5 or 6. And is saying a lot of his success is because of Mahomes. But we talked about that. I don't know. To do that with the Eagles and then to have success with Smith, you're always going to be capped, at least when you're talking Alex Smith, because I think McNabb was more talented than Smith.
Yes.
But you're always going to be capped. But it's almost like the Vrabel thing to even just get them in the mix and in conversations and winning divisions and getting to AFC divisionals and AFC championships.
Yeah.
It's credit to Reed, but then he finally got a Hall of Fame quarterback, and we see what's happening these last 4 years. But like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how they sustain this. With Mahomes getting the 40 mil, no more Tyreek Hill.
But you got Kelsey.
No, I think they will. Mahomes is going to do fine.
Find a way. Watch.
It's not going to be as easy, is what I'm saying.
You think it was? But see, I don't think it was easy for them last time. I just think that teams became fearful of them, and they said, "Hey, look, man, we can't stop you straight up, so we're going to make you have to slow play us, make you have to beat us slowly." I don't think that's an easy approach. I think that's just as hard because it's making you not do what you're accustomed to doing. They're an explosive offense. They want to score in a hurry and get out there and get plays. When you take the ball, you take the air off the ball, that's like 4 corners on offense. That's like when a team plays zone defense, you're like, bruh. Like in basketball, you're like, we trying to run up and down. Y'all slowing the pace. Like, so that's still difficult because it makes you have to execute. And I do think Mahomes is one of them guys that can execute like that. And you saw it towards the back end of last season. They did, man.
I don't know what the hell happened in that second half against the Bengals.
I don't either.
Mahomes might have been concussed or something, man. Seriously. It was just weird.
Yeah,
He
was
making weird plays.
It was.
Really weird.
Yeah.
They went for it before the half, which is fine. That's one of those things, like with Reed or Tomlin, Harbaugh. You believe in your players.
Yeah.
But, like, didn't Mahomes take a bad sack there or something, and then the clock ran out?
Messed
it's like
up.
it was really weird, man.
But Mahomes was doing a lot of weird stuff last year. That's why they got into the trouble early on too, because maybe
some of them were tip passes.
But some of them,
I think
too,
it was a lot.
But some of them was just like, yo, why are you throwing that there like that? But because Mahomes, we're like, oh, it was all right. So it was a little bit of both, man.
We got some comments about what they think's going on right now and why TG's not here.
Oh,
Donald Copeland, TG researching WVU stats to shake Deke or shade Deke.
Hopefully he's researching while researching those stats too, man.
TG rolling and driving.
He do always be on the move. I feel like every time we call him, like, yo, are you in the car? Where are you walking right now? So it's like just.
Here's Q's list. This is your list, basically. 1 Bill, 2 Reed, 3 Tomlin, 4 McVay, 5 Shanahan. No, you didn't have Shanahan that
Yeah, I
high.
had Shanahan at 7. My 5. Who was
You got the first 4 right.
Yeah, he did though. He was right on. Yeah, my 5 was Pete Carroll. Yeah. Oh, I like it though. All right.
We got two fly. Says Belichick, Reed, Tomlin in his top 3. I think everyone's in agreement. Is that your top 4? It's got to be McVay, Belichick, Reed, and Tomlin.
Because the people that I've talked to, they either love McVay and he's number 1, or they take my approach with McVay and they have him like at 3 or 4, and just like, yo, you gotta wait.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's one or the other though.
I'm telling you, whenever we were talking about those PFF lists, I'm telling you, what was it, like 3-4 weeks ago? Mm-hmm. And they had McVay at like 11 or 13. My initial thought was like, dude, you have to have him at least in the top 4.
Yeah.
The other top 3 is Tomlin, Reed, and Belichick. But then I'm telling you, dude, as I looked at his records and turning around the Rams, and I'm like, I think I got to put him 1 right now.
Yeah. He's
I feel like more are coming with him. At least he's going to be
definitely
NFC
more
championships.
Yeah.
I hope not, but he's going to be NFC championships, Super Bowl type of mix. Whereas with Belichick, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be more of the same with him. Wild card divisional outs.
No, and that's fine.
Without Brady.
To me, it's just the speed in which he already got them back to the postseason after going from Brady, who still could get it done, who won a Super Bowl the first year he left there. So it's not like you were playing with an old quarterback and couldn't get it done. It's like, no, you had a guy that could win a Super Bowl. He left and won 1. But within 2 years, you got you guys right back into the postseason.
Hey,
like, that's the part for me. I'm like, that's crazy,
I still got him
man.
at 2, man. You know what I mean? It's one of those things.
Yeah, we're splitting hairs when it comes to him.
Because
I hate the fact that I don't have McVay hired, but I'm just like, yo, what is my, like, unless I'm solely focusing on the recency and saying what he has upside, that's the only way. But to me, when I do this, I'm like, yo, to where we're at right now, today, this is how I look at the list. Not what you could do going forward, because any of these guys could win another one, and it would change the conversation. Now, we know the probability for each of them may be different, but the fact is we just don't know the future. So that's why I always take it as a here retroactive. Like, to this point, who's done what? Not what could happen. What have you guys done to that point? But that's no different. We're talking contracts, right? Some people, you want to pay a guy for what he's already done. Others, you want to pay him for what he could do.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing with coaches.
Even with players, we think like that. You like young rookies. I like proven vets.
Sure.
Yeah.
Unless it's Big Ben.
Fair. That's about the only one.
I still trust him. No matter what stage of the career. Well, I honestly, if we do the quarterback rankings, I'm probably going to have Brady at 1.
Okay.
I've seen it too much before.
You going to have Rodgers at 2 then?
Rodgers? Probably have Mahomes over Rodgers.
See how Rodgers at 3 then?
He'll definitely be top 4. Yeah, I don't know who I would put over Rodgers. He'll be 3.
Yeah.
Herbert.
You know
I mean, then you're getting in the conversations.
No, you're
of
not.
like
No, you're not.
Allen,
no, you're not.
Burrow,
it's not
Herbert.
a conversation. Stop it.
I think you're right. Allen's probably 4. I think you're right.
Okay.
I think you're right. I'd put Allen over Burrow and Herbert.
Okay. As long as
After
we're on the same
Allen, is it
page.
Burrow?
That's the conversation though. Because
Yeah, I think you gotta go Burrow over Herbert.
Burrow has 1 in the postseason. Yeah. We're not there yet. That's interesting.
Herbert as a talent. This could become the whole Peyton Manning, Tom Brady type conversation whenever Manning's with the Colts and Brady. It's like, all right, this
he's more
dude's
talented, but he's winning more.
Right. Yeah. Who's winning more? Who's leading their team better?
That is a good analogy, actually, because Burrow.
It's early.
It is. But
because you still have
you can see
Mahomes
it,
in the
though.
mix, too. It's not like a 1-to-1 type of thing. You got 3 or 4
But
guys
no,
in the
think
AFC.
But yeah, because you're right. Peyton was always NFC. Yeah. In terms of, I'm Sean Payton, but Drew Brees, NFC. So yeah, you're right. Ooh, that is interesting.
I was always trying to put Ben in that mix, but people weren't having it with me.
It's all good, man.
Trust me, I think it was, man, when was it? We were at a Lids this one time. This is whenever we went to the Packers Super Bowl. I was debating with this Lids employee. I'm like, dude, Ben's way better than Peyton. Get Manning out of here. He chokes in the playoffs. Look at what we're doing here. Ben, he's, 5-6 years in the league. Yeah. We're going to our 3rd Super Bowl. Like, get this Manning shit. I was going off. I still stand by he was in that conversation with those guys. He just didn't have as many attempts. He didn't have the fantasy stats that everyone was glamorizing over back then. Oh, that's all.
I just thought it was different style of winning. Some people win because they want their quarterback to air it. Others win because they want their quarterback to have moments, but rely on running game and defense. That's what I thought it was.
Well, you heard Santonio. I'll never forget him saying that. Ben said the one time, dude, it's not about putting up stats. Or I'm not going to throw it to you every time.
Yeah.
Because it's about winning the football game.
Right.
There's a flow, running.
Yeah.
Getting the clock control, all that type of stuff. And Ben just won.
Yeah. So with
that's what he was all about.
But with that, that's a humble approach. So what did we talk about to start the show coming full circle? Why you don't want to be humble? Because humble, they don't respect humble the same way they respect Brady. They don't respect humble the same way they respect Peyton.
Yeah, but
he wanted to be humble.
Yeah,
he wanted to be humble.
No, hear me out.
He wanted to be humble.
The guys that know football, can look past the fantasy stats.
Yeah, but the problem is, there's not enough of those people out there.
I'm trying to give people the truth up here. That's why I have this mic.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just not a lot of them,
That's why I'm
going to
continue speaking.
There's not a lot
truth.
of truthers out there. You know, it's a lot of fantasy statters out there. It's a lot of, who has the numbers out there?
They have fake football knowledge.
Come on, man.
Fake fans with fake football knowledge.
Hey, that seems to be a common theme, man. It's common, bro. It is.
And like I said, there's people out there that understand what I'm saying, and much respect to you guys. But the fake fans and the guys that don't know football, I don't know. I've been trying. What's that saying? Lead a horse to the water. You can't tell them to drink. I've been trying. I've been trying to lead the people down there. And they still deny the truth. They still deny the knowledge. What can you do?
Oh, facts.
Doesn't Jesus say that in the Bible too?
Yeah,
he's
man.
He's giving people truth, but some people are going to deny it.
That's it, man.
So I'm trying to do with this football knowledge.
You can't force their hand, man. You just show it to them. Just present the facts to them. That's it, man.
We got any word on TG?
I haven't heard anything back just yet, man. So with that being said, we're gonna just continue on, bro.
Okay.
I have seen y'all in the chat though asking about, because they were like, yo, man, I think we brought you brought up Vince in this conversation, or I maybe brought up Vince, but they were like, yo, man, we've been asking for Peasy as well. Joey Porter. He might be, if that's who they asking for. I mean, because I think it was Trina Still Diva that brought him up. I know Donald Copeland's brought him up before. I'm like, that might be the next one we might have to reach out to, man. See what's up, man. See what's up with him.
That'd be sick.
You know, we'll talk to him if he got time.
Oh, he got time.
He should have time.
What's he doing? He's just watching his kid play college football,
He's living his life. He got his foundation, though. He got his foundation rolling. Yeah, got that.
No disrespect. That ain't a full-time job for him, though, right?
On, bro. hey, it's a 5-5 brotherhood, man. It's a 5-5 brotherhood. If I ask,
he's got time. Basically, I'm just saying. I love that he's doing the foundation. He's got time to talk to us, though.
I'm with you. If we're gonna be fully transparent, it's never an issue of them having time. It's always my hesitancy. Remember what I talked about last time with when Vince got off, and I was like, yo, I'm always hesitant about reaching out on that capacity because I hate feeling like I'm blurring that line of we're boys, but I'm also media, because I don't ever want to be.
I need to
media.
use you.
Yeah, and not even want to use you, but just like, yo, I don't want it to ever come across like you don't feel like you could just talk to me and be you. Like you think I'm gonna take something and I'm gonna try to flip it, because that's
not
never,
us. Yeah. That's other people.
I know, but I'm so like just super like aware and hyper like vigilant about it. That's why I don't hit those people up. But it's like, bro, I talk to P. Man, it's P. Like, bro, this is P. Like, bro, I got grease stains on my back porch that wife was pissed about because of Peasy, bro. Yeah,
I remember that story.
Yes,
that was
dude.
A great
Absolutely,
story.
man. Like, that's real life. You know what I mean? Like, P, that's the dude, man. Big fan. I love P, man. But that's why I be always hesitant to like, yo, all right, look, P, yo. We got to show the people want you, man. All right, we gotta do it now.
Yeah,
right?
just tell them the people are asking for.
So I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna
That's
do
all. It's not you.
I hate you,
it's
man.
The people.
Like I said, but it's weird though. You know how it is, right? It's you. I'm trying to think. How can I even describe this? It's like if these are all your brothers, these are all like your people. Like you don't look at them like they're here or there. It's just like, yo, this is just my man.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's just like
I kinda
it
get
always is like,
I kind of get you because I can attest this with the golf videos. Some of the golf videos I've been doing with my boys. Mm-hmm. I constantly tell them, I'm like, bro, I only want to do this with you guys if you like want it. I don't want this to be like a hassle for you.
I don't want it to be that, bro.
Yeah, I don't want this to mess you guys up or have you guys look bad in any way. So like, if you want something out of these videos, tell me to take it out. I don't want you guys to be concerned about this shit.
Yeah, because I'm like, I would rather not have you on this show than it
affect
cause any friction in our relationship. That's always like my thought.
So
process.
I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. That's my dude though, man. So I hit him up though, man. If y'all ask for him, man, we'll have a convo. We'll have a convo.
I need to do more investigative reporting and ask him if Ben still has it.
Oh, all right. That's
we do a tally. We do a tally.
Let's see who did he say yes or no?
So out of our guests
was
right
it
now,
sabotage or no?
We're 0 for 2 with TG and I guess Vince Williams, right?
Yeah.
0 for 2 right
It's
now.
not looking good for you right now.
Can Peasy give me one?
It's not looking good for you right now, man. It's not looking good for you right now. We're gonna find some people though. We're gonna find somebody. Yeah.
Batch? I think Batch will give me something.
He might. He might.
Yeah, because he was a little upset with Canada.
He
I saw some of his tweets. Trust me.
Was.
That's part of my sabotage reporting.
He definitely was. I'm like,
telling you,
yo,
dude.
all right.
Dulac had some stuff out there. I'm like, I'm piecing these things together.
Bro, anytime the homie see Batch got it, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, okay. I pay attention when you. Oh, yep, I see it. All right, okay. That's funny.
So what's the plan here?
All right. Well, shoot. Let's hop into some of these. Let's get in these supers, and after that, we'll go talk about Coach Tomlin, play calling.
Sure.
Absolutely, man. You know we got on the table. You know how we do.
So this one's gonna be on you. I'm at Cal Monier, and this is probably when we were talking in the middle of coaches. I think middle of our top 10 list somewhere.
All right, and I think I have official momentum. That should be where I'm at. One of these. All right. Because he said, let's go Friday stories. Yep. And then after that, he says, oh, here we go. Yep. And my second home, Swickley. Oh, he's in Swickley as well. All right. Shout out Swickley then, man. Let's go. He says, hashtag apple cider and hashtag Wells. You know how he likes to get it in, baby. Shout out to you for that, baby. AKA Maudie's. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know if you want to say official momentum. You say Maudie's. Which one you like?
I like Mo.
Mo's cool too.
Mo. I think his name's official momentum now. I'm sorry.
He is forever official.
That's his actual name now.
The same way.
First name official, last name momentum.
Whenever we meet any of you in person, whether it be Trina Still Diva, you're always going to be Trina Still Diva. Whether it's loving Madden, Stephanie Ramirez, you're always loving Madden. Whether it's Rod Dallas, like I don't even like. That's the thing, bro. We don't know anybody's like real name. That's why even when they email sometimes, I'm like, yo, who is this name? And it's like, oh, this. Okay. So yeah, man, we definitely got to keep it like that, though. Yeah. But shout out to Official Momentum. He also gives us his top 5 coaches. Okay. He has at number 5. He says Matt. Oh, hold on. Is he saying Matt LaFleur? That might be the Matt he's referring to.
Oh yeah.
That's got to be him, right? Got to be LaFleur.
Yeah.
So he has Matt LaFleur at number 5. At number 4, he goes Pete Carroll. At number 3, he goes Mike McCarthy.
What?
At number 2, Bill Belichick.
Come on.
And then at number 1, he has Mike Tomlin.
Come on.
That's what he said, bro. Matt LaFleur at 5, Pete Carroll at 4, Mike McCarthy at 3, Bill Belichick at 2, and then Coach T at 1.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to call him official momentum here. I'm going to say Mo. Come on, Mo. Mo.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad, man.
That's what he's saying, bro.
I'm just going to be straight up.
That's what he's saying, bro.
That's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah.
You want feeling that, man?
McVay's not in the top 5.
Yeah.
Andy Reid's not in there either.
I heard that. I seen that.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Yeah.
I don't like that list.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to make sense of it because I get the Belichick Tomlin, even though, like I said, I side Bill over Coach T just in terms of the ranking. I'm trying to think if you're going recency, you would have to have McVay included, but on an all-time level, unless he's high on McCarthy, because if he's talking all time, what have you done throughout your career? Is Pete Carroll all time within the past decade, or within the active guys? Is he all
Pete Carroll?
Yeah, in terms of the active guys right now, his all-time resume.
He's a Hall of Famer.
So I'm thinking if he's going all-time resume.
Not McCarthy, though. I mean, McCarthy's borderline. He's probably going to be borderline.
Right, but I think, like, with McCarthy versus Pete Carroll, that could be a part of that argument, maybe.
Dude, I just think McVay's already a Hall of Famer. I think he's
I would agree. I think he could retire tomorrow. As well.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls. McCarthy only been to 1.
And LaFleur doesn't have any Super Bowl appearances just yet, whereas McVay has 2 and won. That's the only part where I'm just like, I don't get it. But that is his list, and we will respect.
Yeah, and
his
I'm with
list.
you on. I think we both had Shanahan over LaFleur too.
Yeah,
Shanahan took him to the cleaners in the playoffs both times, and I think the Packers. I don't know if they had the better team the first time whenever they had to go on the road to San Fran because that San Fran defense was really nice.
Yeah.
But definitely last year, Packers had the way better team. There was no excuse for them losing. And Shanahan won both games.
This is true, man. Yes,
I don't even have Shanahan ranked that highly. I have Shanahan at 10, I think.
I had him at 7 on my list.
Yeah.
That's interesting though, man. All right. But that's why it's his list. And he say he just chimed in. He says I'm going off overall decade. So throughout their overall resume throughout the past decade though. So all right, or not overall in their decade. All right, I got what you're saying. I'm with you. I see what you're saying. Okay, all right. That makes it a little bit better. But it's the LaFleur for me. That's the one.
Yeah, because McVay has one more season than LaFleur.
That's the one for me. Yeah. If it was
Like
McVay
they
at
both
five,
have limited experience,
Right.
and McVay's just been way better than LaFleur.
if it was McVay at 5, if it was Reed at 5, I'm like, you know what? Cool.
yeah, where's Reed at?
That's the one though, bro. That's the one.
Reed's got to be
Yeah,
on there.
yeah. I'm like, oh man, but I could dig
Like
it.
I
though.
said, I'm not getting off those top 4.
Yeah.
Like any list that doesn't have, if you're talking about the top 4,
Yeah.
Reed,
It's got
Belichick,
some capacity,
Tomlin,
bro.
and McVay,
Yeah,
I can't get behind it.
yeah. I would agree, man. All right.
You could argue with me about 5. You could
Fair. No,
you
that's
could
fair.
argue with me.
Because 5,
There's
I could
maybe
went,
4 or 5
yeah,
spots you could
I
put
thought
there.
a couple of ways I could have went at 5, but yeah, that top 4, I'm just like, how do you not have these names? These are the names.
Yeah.
You can mix them however you want to mix them and use whatever reasoning, but those got to be
Shutting the
included
door
in
on
there.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We got Black and Yellow, Texas Steel. What it do, baby? He says, does another Super Bowl win drastically change Coach Tomlin's rank? Absolutely. If he
Yeah.
wins a Super Bowl post-Ben era,
1 or 2.
no question. He's forever in that 1 or 2. Then, without a doubt, he just has to get one. Or I'll even take it a step further. Get an appearance. You get a Super Bowl appearance post-Ben era.
Deep playoff run, whatever.
Right, but I like to say an appearance, or at least an AFC Championship appearance, because we know how tough it is to do that. We know how tough it is to even get there. So it's like, if you even do that post-Ben, I think that definitely moves him up. But right now, we got to see him do it. Super Bowl win, though, definitely moves him up, though, without a doubt, man. But is that... Whew,
Yeah, this isn't like all-time rankings, but this
Right,
is
we're
like
just talking
a
about with
season
these
to
guys,
season
yeah.
type of thing. Because even with Tomlin getting 2, I don't know if you're necessarily putting him over Belichick.
Right. But, because to me, I had him at 3 on mine. So I'm saying he would pass Reed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but like I would even have him probably pass Belichick. That like in
On
terms
a-
of just
on a
like
season
yeah,
basis.
season by
Yeah.
season now type of
Yeah.
ranking.
Who would you want to have type thing.
Right,
Yeah, fair
because
enough.
those could go up and down like
Yeah.
by split hairs.
But I will say this.
You're always gonna have Rodgers in your top 5.
Right, but I feel
top
like
3.
Yeah, but I
whatever
feel
it
like
is.
if we're asking the question being, hey, who would you want to coach your team next season?
yeah,
I think my list is very different. But if we're just saying in terms of how I rank these guys, the active guys in their all-time set, like that's
honestly,
kinda,
wait. So would your top 10 list change from? If
I
you
think
did,
I would shuffle the names around a little
because
bit
I
more.
think that's what
Yeah.
my thought process was.
I
a
would
little bit.
shuffle
That's
them-
why I had McVay at 1.
For sure. See, I would shuffle them around a little bit more because if I'm talking today or going forward, yeah, I like McVay a lot more. I like McDermott a lot more. I like the young, innovative with the times. Whereas when we talk Belichick, when we talk Coach T, it's still a little bit more on what they've done pass-wise, not necessarily what we're thinking, oh, these are going to just change everything going forward in a way that's a trailblazer like how McVay has been. Like McVay, since he's come in this league, bro, like we can see his impact. We can see how the offenses have ticked and how he has his teams looking. That's why I would shift it slightly. Coach T would still be in that mix, but that's the one for me where I'm like, I look at him a lot higher if we're having that conversation because
Would you still have the same top 4? Because I think it's a weird balance of like you want to go off recent stuff. You want to go off recent stuff.
Though I think the order, I shift the order around though.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah,
you
I
want to
would
go
definitely
off
shift the order
recent
around.
stuff still.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do think you have to give credit to the past because I think that's
Yeah.
what still makes them great coaches is all that experience.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
To be able to coach in big games, you want that in a coach going
And the
forward.
confidence knowing that he's not going to choke in the big, and like you've
Yeah.
seen him do it so many times that this is new to him.
Yeah, I think that's kind of
Yeah.
how I thought on my list a little bit. I was
Yeah.
still thinking about past stuff because you
Okay.
can't take the 6 rings or the Super Bowls of
Yeah.
the past away from some of these guys. That's probably why I had Peterson at
That makes
9.
that makes
But
that
I
makes
still-
a lot more sense. Okay,
But that's why I think the Jaguars are going to be a sleeper team this year.
fair,
I think he's going to get the Jaguars and Lawrence right.
fair.
Maybe not playoff caliber, but sneaky
You
team.
never know.
Sneaky. That division's
That's what I'm
terrible.
saying. You never know, man. Houston ain't really doing that right now.
No,
Yeah.
Houston Titans. I think they're on the downslide, and
It's the Colts.
Colts will be they'll be in the mix.
Yeah.
It's just what does Ryan do?
Mm-hmm.
Is he a better version of Wentz? Yeah, they'll
Right.
be like 10-7, 11-6, something like that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like they could easily
It's
be in
open.
that conversation. Yeah, man.
AFC's tough though, just
Yeah.
across the board to try to get in that wild card. You almost have to win that division.
Seriously, dude. Yeah. All right, Kyle Monnier. Was you? Where did we
Oh,
catch
wait,
up to?
let me see. I might be there.
All right, all
I
right.
might be. Let me see here.
And we did also have another top 10 list. Wait a minute. Trina still even being funny over here. She says her top 5 is Omar Epps. Then she has Money Mike T. Then she has at number 3 Coach Mike. Then at number 2 Coach T. And then at number 1 she has Coach Tomlin. So she has all the different versions of Coach T. I like the Omar Epps in there, man. I remember that was like a legit thing. Like, yo, that is Omar Epps right there. Yeah, I like that. Shout out to your list though. All right. So now,
Fish momentum.
He had another list. You saw his revised list, right? Did you see that? Now he has at number 5 McDermott, at number 4 LaFleur, at number 3 Tomlin, at number 2 Reed, and then at number 1 McVay.
Where's Belichick now? We're swaying official momentum too easily.
He discredited Belichick. He said, man, honor system. If you cheat once, you cheat them all. That's what he said. Can't trust him. Once a liar, always a liar. That's what they say, right?
That's what we might have to ask Peasy about, actually.
Oh, this is true. It is funny when they talk about it. It is. Yeah. Certain stuff don't be adding up, man.
How many more should Ben have?
Yeah.
I'm at Camonier, though. He says, as long as we got Coach T, we're good.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Nice. We agree.
I would definitely agree with that.
I still have high expectations for this team.
Wine still, absolutely.
I have high expectations for this team. I'm expecting playoffs. I really am. Push momentum. Moats and Deke, we need a round table special guest. Knights of the Round Table.
Hey, man, that's what they did with King Arthur, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really do a round table, do we?
We could.
I always get stuck on this because I'm like a visual. I need to like see an example. I'm like, yo, we can't have a third chair right here. This is going to mess the flow up, bro. It's going to block the picture. No, thanks. It's like, yo, we could turn it and then face the angle this way like the OG. Remember the OG podcast used to face that way. So, yeah, we do it like that. I was like, nah. Always keep it at 2. Keep it at 2. We'll call it.
Elijah Boykin says, damn, Deke, I can't be a Moats fan. I just wanted to sign Moats jersey.
That's
was
it, man.
Getting a haircut. I'm back, though.
That's it, bro.
Wait, what happened here?
Because he asked about the Bills, then you called him a traitor. Yeah.
Oh, he's asking a question. He's like, damn,
Yeah.
Deke, why can't I be a Moats fan? I just wanted
to, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, can I get he want a Moats Bills, he want a Moats Steelers, and maybe he want a Moats Cardinals too. You never know, man. That's
okay.
It. Why you
so
gotta be all that,
might already
though?
have the Steelers.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
he wants the
man.
collection.
Yeah, you just coming at his neck like that, man. That's crazy, bro.
It's like if you're a Lev Bell fan, you want all the Lev Bell jerseys. There's
Ain't
about
nothing
10
wrong
of
with
them
that.
right now.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Steelers, Jets, Chiefs,
let that man
Ravens,
live.
Tampa Bay.
Let that man live.
Holy hell.
You know what I'm saying?
Le'Veon's, he's piling up on that collection.
He is, though, bro. It's a lot of jerseys, low-key. And now he about to go fight. Whew.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to tune in.
Yeah, we go on to watch.
I'm for a fact going to watch. I actually put it on my calendar, too, bro. You know, when it gets on the calendar, it's a wrap. Like, it's official. So, yes, he's on the calendar, man.
But that was the last super chat.
All right, then. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and let's react to this Coach T situation. Actually, yeah, well, I'm already here now. It's already pulled up. So, reports are that Coach Tomlin will be taking a step back with his play calling duties going into next season. This will be the first time that he is stepping back from that since 2013, I believe was when it was reported or at least that's what he confirmed. But with that being the case, man, turning it over, allowing my man Terrell Austin to do the game day play calling duties. Just wanted to know, what was your thoughts on that, man?
To be honest with you, I don't care.
Okay.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in your perspective.
Yeah.
Why do you think this could work, or why would it be bad, good, whatever?
For sure.
Because I feel like the pros would just naturally be Tomlin has more oversight over everything. He can maybe coach more on a player-by-player basis whenever people come back to the sidelines.
Yeah.
Versus if he was also doing the play calling. Like, you got to focus on flow of the game. What did we call last possession? What did we call this possession? Vice versa, all that type of stuff. So I feel like there's pros and cons, but if he trusts Terrell Austin, who did have success with Detroit whenever he was the defensive coordinator up there, then why not? He also has Brian Flores on the defensive staff. I think it's just like I see more pros to it at this point in Tomlin's career, especially with having those guys on defense. Like, if you trust them, then why not? It's just Tomlin taking an even more leadership role, more overview of the whole team, which I don't think is a bad thing.
Yeah. I don't fault that.
Like, that's what I mean.
But
I don't care. As long as it
right.
works, I could care less. Who's calling the plays?
For sure. All right, I'm going to get into it then. Y'all was trying to distract me, man. They keep bringing up all these famous people getting sentenced. Remember we were talking about R. Kelly before the show started. They're like, R. Kelly got 30 years. He got 30. Yes, we are aware. Yep, that's why you don't put that key in the ignition. I'm with you on that, man, unless they are of age and are consenting. But then also they were talking about the whole Epstein thing. I tell you about that, right? The chick that was his like.
She got sentenced.
Yeah,
right?
she got a cool 20 piece. Was it Jocelyn Maxwell or something like that? Yeah, she got a smooth 20 as well though, man. But yeah, they keep bringing all that up in the chat. Y'all trying to distract me. See, remember when I told you I was like, sometimes when I'm just chilling, I research and I just dive in these little rabbit holes and I be getting all the info. Like these the type of things that I be down in rabbit holes. I remember, man, when I found out about the Epstein and the Maxwell chick, I'm just like, bruh, y'all out of control. Like this has got to, but. We shall see, man. We shall see. But we are not going to take this podcast that way, man, because that's a whole other conversation, man. It become like a true crime type thing, man. We don't want to do that, baby. We could, though. But we don't want to do that. That would happen if I was researching too much. I did not research too much today. All right? So we're good with that right now. But back to the football talk, man. With Coach T, man, stepping back. I don't fault it. I don't hate it either. I think that if you're going to do it, the timing is right. And the reason I say that is this, man. With Terrell Austin, first off, we know he's been a coordinator before. We talked about his time in Detroit, and they were a successful team under him in terms of their defense when he was the coordinator out there. We talked about Cincinnati. We said, man, that was a raw, bad situation across the board in terms of that was at that 2019
was
season.
he even the coordinator?
Yes, he was.
Or was he just on staff?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I thought he was the coordinator then, yeah. But that was, we know how that season, how everything played out there. But since then, when you talk about the familiarity here, you talk about the development of Minkah Fitzpatrick, you talk about just the back end. I mean, even Cam Sutton, Mike Hilton, these are guys that develop under him. Ahkello Witherspoon. Ahkello wasn't playing like that before he came here. So when I think of all of those guys, I say, man, so there's clearly a response to his teaching. There's clearly a response to his method. Now, when you're talking about him being able to be the head guy, the guy to say, yeah, we're going to run this right here, we're going to run that right there, it's a certain level of confidence and a certain level of comfort from your players that you're going to believe in this call. Like, it's certain things like, man, when you're out there and we know that allegedly it was Coach T's calls, not Coach Butts or Coach LeBeau's calls. I still don't necessarily agree with that 100%. I think it was a little, I know what I saw. Okay. But you respect, like us as players, we respected all of those guys to a certain level. So it's like, man, when they say something, when they call a call, you believe it, you buy into it. And I remember the feeling when it was LeBeau, we believed it day one. Did not matter from my experience. With Butts, it took some time because he was new to it. We was like, yo, man, like you was the LB's coach, but now we talking about running the whole thing. Like, you got to prove it to us. But then that shifted. You know Coach T, though. There's a certain level, man. When he talks, yo, you believe it. So with Terrell Austin now being here for multiple seasons, now seeing the success of this back end, I think that he is going to generate that type of respect, that type of command, and that's a huge thing. But I also think of Brian Flores and how many people have talked about his impact. How many players have we talked about that have spoken of him? I talked about when I was at OTAs and we would interview some of these players, the first thing they're bringing up on the coach staff is Brian Flores. They say, yo, it's like literally having two head coaches out there. I think that is also the reason why it makes sense to take that step back and do more of the overseeing, do more of the, instead of, hey, having to spend 70, 80% of your time on the defense, now you might only have to spend 50 to 40% of that time. Okay, does that mean you can allocate more to special teams? Maybe allocate more to the offensive end? Like, however,
with having a new quarterback.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
could be
So
really important
however
here.
you want to allocate that, now you have that opportunity. Now you have that luxury because you're confident that Brian Flores is a proven head coach. We've seen him, what he did in Miami. We know what those defenses look like in Miami. Okay, Terrell Austin, proven. We've seen him have success somewhere before. We've already known he can do this job. So if you're going to take that step away, and he's still going to be involved in terms of the week-to-week stuff, the Monday through Saturday game planning, that thought process, he's still going to be involved in that, but he's not going to have to be the main guy. He's not going to have to be the guy driving the ship. He just has to be on the ship. He just, hey, man, this is what we, all right, I like what you, okay, boom, that sounds good. Now, if he sees something or if it's a situational play, yeah, if he wants to call a play or say, hey, man, I want you to blitz them right here. In the past, I've seen him specifically say, I want you to run Cobra. You know what I mean? Or I want you to run, shoot the back eight. Shout out to my man, Vince. Now he might just say, hey, I want you to heat him up right here. Or, hell, chill, just give me coverage. He might give you that now. And that's still fine. But I think that because of that combo of Terrell Austin and Brian Flores being here, that's why I don't have an issue with it.
How do you see it playing out? Am I wrong on my assessment or assumption that he could be more hands-on with the players now
Yes.
when they come to the
Yes.
sideline?
No, he definitely can. Because you don't have to be doing what? Yo, I got to get ready for the next call.
Yeah.
Because when you're a coordinator, it's like you're watching this play, but you also have to be taking into account what could happen after that. All right, what's the down and distance? Okay, what am I thinking? If we get a stop right here, if it's pushed back right here, okay, what if they get a first down right here? What's the next thing? Because that 20 seconds, 30 seconds in between plays, that is not a lot of time.
Or like maybe Tomlin could just look at the defensive line for this.
Yeah.
And then when the defensive line comes back, it's like,
Absolutely,
what the hell's
man.
going on? You guys got to do this and that.
Absolutely. So that's why for me, I'm like, I like this. I think that this will be a benefit for him. And I also think at times it's good to have fresh eyes. And what I mean by that is he's been here, he's been calling this defense or heavily involved in the preparation and the game day calling of this defense since 2013. It's like, man, all right, but we could all agree that the game has changed a lot since that time. Sometimes it might be okay to take a step back and say, you know what do you see right here? How are you calling this? Brian Flores, a young coach, right? How are you seeing this with Terrell Austin? How do y'all look at that right there? Okay, cool. And he's still going to have his insight. He's still going to have certain things, but maybe they just simply having a small little, hey, well, what about instead of you running it like this, what if we just move this guy over here a little bit? Or what if instead of we blitz on this down and then we play coverage on this down, what if we flip that? What if we come out and do this first? Like, those are some of the things when we talk about fresh ideas, fresh eyes. That's the type of stuff that I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of excited to see what that looks like as well. Because we don't know what that's going to be. But I don't think at the end of the day that this defense is going to look drastically different than it did a year ago in terms of the schematics. Now, the productivity better be better than what it was last year, especially against the run. But in terms of the over, like when we're watching it, I don't think we're going to be able to just look at it to the casual viewer and say, oh man, I don't know, this defense looks foreign to me. I've never seen this before. Like, it's not going to be a drastic shift. But in terms of some of the calls, I do think we will potentially be able to feel a little bit of difference. And who knows, maybe this helps Coach Tomlin with clock management, right? Because that's one of the big knocks on him. Maybe this helps him when it comes to challenges, because that's another big knock on him, right? I'm like, if those are the knocks, maybe this will help him in those areas. But that's kind of where I stand with it, though, man. But I don't have an issue with it.
Also, could be him building up his coaching tree.
Talk about that.
I also think I think it's nice to have a guy like Terrell Austin who's been in the system for a little bit here and have all the defensive guys believe in him and have Austin move up and actually be empowered. Mm-hmm. Whereas if Austin gets moved up and it's like, oh man, it's still just Tomlin making these calls. It's like, yeah, Austin really didn't get that chance. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people on the defense that are like, yeah, I want to show out for Terrell Austin and how he moved up and got into this role. I don't want to let him down. So I think it's a bunch of good things involved with it. And if you really want to go back to play calling, how many times have we seen or heard Reed's not doing the play calling this year? Sean Payton's not doing the play calling. And then he's back in the next year or two. Mm-hmm. You can always go back. It's not the end of the world. And you're right. I think this is just good timing with having a dude like Terrell Austin that's already experienced and having, like you said, a second head coach on the defensive side. It's just good timing because Flores ain't going to be around here forever. Mm-hmm. So why not take advantage of this opportunity then?
Yeah. That's how I feel about it, man.
And like you said with the offense, over these last however many years with Tomlin, how much has he had to worry about the offense?
Right,
with
he
Ben
really
being
hasn't
there
had to,
and having a coordinator like Haley or Arians, like really good offensive coordinators around. Yeah. You don't got to worry about that. Mm-hmm. Now,
you might be
changing of the guard.
Peaking. What it look like?
Yeah, exactly.
Which
Canada
let me see your notes,
in
man.
a critical year. Mm-hmm. Rookie quarterback in Pickett. Yeah. Reclamation project with Trubisky, Mason. Like all young players on offense too. Not even just that. Not even just the quarterback position. We have so many other young players across the board there. So it would be good to shift your focus a little bit there. Yeah. Heading into the season.
Yeah. But no, like I said, man, I'm cool with it, man. I'm for it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. As long as it works. If we get good results, who cares?
Yeah. And
Tomlin's getting credit either way. He's the head guy.
I would say if you're Coach T, I mean, this is kind of a good situation because if the defense does take a step back or look bad, then they really can't blame it on you because they always try to put everything on you. So it's like, hey, man, that wasn't me, you know? But if the defense looks good, then it's like, oh, he was such a great coach that he even knew when to pass the torch to let this coordinator step up. That's all I'm saying, bro.
But I do think that's valid because that is part of leadership.
You got to know when to say, hey, you know what, man? Spread your wings. Let you do a little bit more. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing against it.
I like it then, man. I like it. So that's where we're at with that, man. So after this, man, we got some supers, and then we'll go to our last topic. And shout out to Trina Still Diva. She says, smash that like button, all caps, right now. Which I agree. I mean, it's 127 likes, and we've been flirting with 400 plus in here, man. Like consistently this whole show. Y'all know y'all like it better than that. So hit the like button. Por favor. Gracias, mi amigos.
All right, I'll read a couple of these.
All right.
Calmonier. Yeah, I think I'm right.
Yeah, you look like you're right.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
He says, yo, tell TG that I got this dope vid of him doing a pregame dance. Just look up Terence Garvin dancing, and it'll pop up.
Word, okay.
I used to make Steeler vids.
All right. Well, shout out then. I'll definitely pass that message along. Whenever he answers his phone, yeah. Nah, I can't give him no grief, man. He low key might be asleep, bro, because he was on the show with me earlier today. But what did I say as soon as I saw you today, bro? When I was like, yo, what's up, man? How you feeling? He was like, yo, how you feeling? I was like, yo, I'm tired.
Yeah, you guys did the Steeler camp.
Yo, I'm tired. I'm like, yo, I just want to go to sleep, bro.
He probably saw that we didn't call 5 as a blessing in disguise. He was like, all right.
He was like, oh,
he gave us like a minute. It hit 5:01.
No.
Put it on sleep.
You know what he did? He gave us a 10-minute grace. Remember, we used to give the 10-minute grace period. Remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah, we give it 10 minutes. After that, we're going to go on.
You think he did 10?
We called him at 5:15. Actually, 5:17. Because we looked at the clock. It was 5:15. Then we read some chats, and then we called him. So I was like, you know what? Who knows, man?
It's probably either 5 or 10.
Yeah. It was a 5 or 10 window that day. He's like, yo, I'm out. I got to go get it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Turn notifications off or whatever the hell it is.
Because I'm quick to hit the do not disturb. Oh, they ain't wait a minute. Oh, all right. Let me big. I'm going to holler at y'all.
Catch up on some sleep.
Absolutely, man. But we'll spin the block whenever, man. It's all love anyways.
Jacob Malesio says, sorry I'm late. Peace and love to the chat and hosts.
Hey, man, you know it's always love for you, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Thanks, bro.
All righty. So, with that being said, man, let's get to this last topic de jour. All right. Nope, not that one. That's the TG. There we go. The Deontay Johnson contract revisited. However we would like to see it. But you might be asking, well, hey man, why are we bringing this up again? We've already asked. We've already talked about should we pay Deontay or should we not? Well, ladies and gentlemen, new information. And that new information is another wide receiver just got paid. I would say a wide receiver in his class, right? His tier of wide receivers.
Yeah.
Not a Diggs, not a Tyreek Hill, not a Devontae, but I'm referring to Terry McLaurin, the wide receiver of the Washington Commanders, signed a 3-year, $71 million deal. I think $28 million is fully guaranteed. And it's
signing bonus, and there's something that goes up to 53
Correct.
Guaranteed too.
Yeah, and it's a $23 million per year average. So with that being the case, when you look at the numbers, Deontay versus Terry McLaurin, they're almost identical. I think Deontay has more catches.
I can read them off.
Oh, you got to. I'm gonna say it's like Deontay with more catches, Terry with more yardage, Deontay with more touchdowns.
Yep, exactly.
I think. Yeah, but tell the numbers though. Read the numbers specifically.
254 receptions for Deontay. McLaurin has 222 receptions. Receiving yards, Deontay with 2,764. McLaurin with 3,090. And then touchdowns, Deontay has 4 more. He has 20. McLaurin has 16.
Yeah.
Deontay has a Pro Bowl and an All-Pro as a return man.
Yeah.
In terms of just accolades that McLaurin doesn't have. But you're right. The numbers are the same.
So with that being the case, obviously, this does two things. It flirts with that franchise number now, increasing, but more importantly, in terms of the tag, but more importantly.
Well, here's my question.
Yes.
Do they take into account, is it just top 5?
I think it's top 5.
10?
You're right. I think, is it top 5 or is it top 10?
I don't know. Because
he will be right behind Diggs because Diggs at 24.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's saying he's top 5 highest paid. I did some research on this. He's behind Diggs, and that would make him 7th. I don't know if they're talking about guaranteed money or not.
I don't know how they're referring to it. Yeah.
So it may or may not adjust it. I have no clue.
But the next thing that it does is this. For Deontay, we talked about that $20 million at the franchise tag number, saying, hey, why would you go anything less than 20 when you know that's if they tag you, if they threaten to tag you next year, you're guaranteed 20. If they don't want to pay you 20, you're guaranteed it that way. Otherwise, you're going to hit the market and you can get whatever then. But to me, if you're Deontay, you're saying, bro, 23 is my number, bare minimum now. if I'm looking at Terry McLaurin, if I'm Diontae Johnson, because with the numbers you just read off, they are pretty much identical. The difference being, we got the Pro Bowl in terms of Diontae, and you got the All-Pro in terms of him being a returner. Now, granted, we know how that plays. We know he's not a returner. We know that. But he has the Pro Bowl receiver, and he does have that. So when you're talking in terms of at the negotiating table, you bring that up because you're like, bro, if he's getting 23 and he don't have one or the other of these, and our numbers are right here, 23 is the number. That's got to be it or more. But now you make the case of, can you pay Diontae more than you would pay a Stephon Diggs? Because Diggs getting 24 per year. But Diggs also Diggs took a team deal. That was definitely a team-friendly deal situation right there. So with that, it's just like, man.
Can I put this to even more perspective?
Talk about it. Let's do it.
Cooper Kupp's getting paid $3 more million than Terry McLaurin.
That's nuts.
And if Diontae got a $23 million deal, it would be 3 more than Deontay Johnson. Come on. This market's this bubble's gonna pop at some point here.
I mean, y'all said that before Terry got his deal.
Here's my thing, though. With Terry getting 23, does it really change things for the Steelers? Maybe it does for Diontae. Maybe you want a little bit more after seeing that. But you have dudes like Chris Godwin getting 20.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Godwin's better than Diontae.
Mm-hmm.
So the Steelers could point to that and say, like,
yeah,
who are you to tell me you deserve more than 20 when Godwin, who I think is a better receiver,
But when did Godwin sign, though? He signed 2 years ago, right?
I think it was this year. No, because he was tagged.
You're right, because he signed when he was hurt with the ACL. But the ACL has to be in part of that, too.
He had a good year, though, last year.
But he still is hurt, though.
No, he got over 1,000 yards.
No, I'm saying, but he's currently rehabbing, correct?
Is he?
I thought he was currently rehabbing.
He might be.
Yeah, because he tore it last year, right? Am I tripping?
I don't know. I thought it was the year before.
I thought it was last year. It could be the year before then. Maybe I got him flip flop.
I could be wrong.
We both could be wrong. I don't know.
ACL?
Yeah, it was definitely the ACL. What year was that?
Hold on. No, you're right.
Yeah, in 2021, right?
Yeah. No, you're right. Could cost him the start of the 2022.
Yeah. So that was why I thought the deal. That's why the deal is what it is then. Yeah.
Yeah. Why did I think it was 2020? I think you're right, but
because that was why even this offseason we were talking about potentially which free agents we would want to target. He was one of them. We're saying that, hey man, he's come off of ACL.
All right. What about Williams at 20 though? I just think Washington overpaid McLaurin. I think that was just a bad deal.
You could say the same about Christian Kirk, but the problem is that's what the market is right now.
Yeah, Kirk got 18. Golladay got 18. What was it? A year or two with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Probably similar in terms of production with him coming out of the Lions to Diontae's.
Yeah.
Pretty similar. I mean, I think he was up in the double-digit touchdowns, though.
But that was 2 years ago. That's all we're saying, man. If you're Diontae, I find it hard that you're going to take anything less than 20. Definitely anything less than 23. Especially when if they threaten you with the tag, you're going to get the 20. And then you know if you hit the market. Bro, if he hits the market, he can get 25, 26 realistically.
What's crazy about this is, you know how we talked about, I still think the perfect number to make it make sense for both the Steelers and Diontae would be 17, 18. And make it like a 3-year deal. Make all the money guaranteed. So
I would agree.
At least you're getting more than just the franchise tag then in terms of guaranteed money. But the more I thought about this, I'm almost going the other way with it. Because think of what 17 or 18 can get you.
Okay.
We got Levi Wallace, Ogunjobi, and Miles Jack this offseason for 20, and that's depending on what Ogunjobi's deal is. Well, if Ogunjobi's deal is 5 or 6, that is literally 17 or 18.
His, though, apparently it's the incentives, but the way that they've worded it, apparently it's supposed to be like incentives that he more than likely will get because his cap hit is $8 million this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, those 3 guys get you 20 right there. That's 2 borderline Pro Bowlers in Ogunjobi and Miles Jack.
Yeah.
Levi Wallace, a solid cornerback number 2, who's going to start every game this season for us, barring injury.
Yeah.
Bro, where you could just draft next season.
Another wide receiver.
Or in the next 2 off seasons.
Another wide receiver.
We just got this dude Pickens in the second round. We're talking about being our wide receiver number 1. And we're going to be paying him, what, $2 or $3 million a year? Versus Diontae paying him 20 plus. I'd rather stack the defense. I'd rather stack the defense and hope that Pickett pans out to be our franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what the Chiefs are doing with Mahomes. I don't know how their defense is looking, what they did, but they brought in, Justin Reed, right? But, like, Mahomes, you're seeing, they're like, hey, we can move off from Tyreek Hill at $30 million.
Yeah.
We'll bank on, all right, we'll bring in Juju, draft Sky Moore, bring in Valdez Scantling. I think we'll be all right.
We like McCall Hardman. We still like him.
Yeah.
We still got Travis Kelce.
I think there's a wide receiver bubble.
Yeah.
I mean,
who pops it though? I think Diontae is going to get that money. I don't think he gets it here.
We can't do it. If he's legitimately thinking 20 plus, we can't do that.
But it's like, yo, how could you not think and I'm trying
I'm
to think
him.
of him in that situation, like not me as a GM outsider. Like if you're the player here and this is your peers,
I agree.
How do you not take that? Because you don't want to be the guy that takes 16, takes 18, you blow up and have a crazy year, and now 2 years you're like, bruh, I'm grossly underpaid. And if I go and do the whole holdout thing, now you're gonna call me whatever again. So it's like I could avoid that by making sure that, we get this done in the front end. Do it the way I want to do it, the right way on the first time.
Here's the interesting thought. No Ben this year, though.
I know.
How much is he going to get force-fed?
Well, you're betting on yourself regardless. If you don't take a long-term deal, if you don't settle, you're betting on yourself. Number one, like you said, with whoever's at quarterback. Number two, are you going to get the targets? Number three, are you going to stay healthy? And number four, are you going to make sure that the drop issue continues to go away? Because we talked about the sample size for him being a confident hands-catching receiver. It's 1 year. And you can make a case that it wasn't even a full season. So that's the part where when we're talking about him, it's like, man, if you're talking about betting on yourself, those are some of the things that go along with that. It's tough, though, man.
Like I said, I'm still not opposed to signing Diontae. There's some pause for thought, though, whenever you think of what 17, 18 million can get you.
Yeah.
15, I think I'd be pretty good with it, but I don't think Diontae would be good with it.
Because we can't think of it in, like, our context. We got to think of it like, if this is your market and these are your peers in this market and that's the number that's being set, it's like, bro, you're not going to settle for that when you can get that. Like, nah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Definitely understand. And this is the time where I think the Steelers could take that type of risk because we're talking about quarterbacks on cheaper contracts. But if Trubisky balls out, I mean, you're going to have to pay him probably.
Yeah.
That's going to be a whole nother discussion.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think Diontae, within a 2 or 3 year window, you can get him his contract. We still got our rookie receivers in there. Yeah. Pickett on a rookie contract if he's the heir apparent. Mm-hmm. That could make sense. And I don't think that would kill our cap to where we can't bring in defensive players or still have a good line and whatnot or just have a good team around. Because then we got to start worrying about Najee, Pat Freiermuth with their contracts. But like I said, if we can get Diontae in like a 2 or 3 year window, maybe front load a little bit because we still have cap space. Mm-hmm. We're going to have cap space next year with all this dead money going out. That can make sense. We can make it work.
I would agree.
But with this deal, you're right. How much does it change the game? I don't know.
If I'm Deion, I can just see it, though, bro. Like,
what's Debo going to get now?
Man, come on, bro. If Terry getting 23.
Who's Terry's agent? He deserves a raise. I'm telling you, they overpay. This is a terrible contract.
I'm just like, bro, it's a terrible contract. 20. Like, to see the 20, I'm just like, yo. That's legit 23, like per year.
It's a terrible contract.
I don't get it, bro.
He's good, and some may even say he's better than Diontae. But does it matter when you're on the same
23,
tier?
Like, the 23. That's I wouldn't pay him 20, but that's like the cap for it. Like that's oof. But that's not us, so we shall see, man.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a bubble here.
Yeah.
Well, there is a bubble. You're right. It's just when does this pop?
Yeah, we shall see, man.
Because I'm looking at some of these. I mean, Christian Kirk at 18.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of these guys deserve money, but I just think Mike Williams at $20 million.
Like at a certain
little
level,
too much.
You have to say like, we got to wind this thing back a little.
It's almost like some of the NBA contracts too. When role players were getting staggering amounts of money and getting like max contracts.
Like,
and you're right. It's wind back a little bit.
Yeah. The market it will correct itself. We just don't know when. And right now, we happen to be getting closer to being up to bat. We're like, hold on now. Hold on, another one got paid? Hold on. Another one got paid? And y'all, it ain't corrected just yet? Yeah.
DJ Chark to the Lions at 10, I feel like it's a steal.
Fair.
I'm just trying to look at some of these deals. Valdez-Scantling to the Chiefs at 10 is terrible.
What do you think they offer? What do you think that initial offer was to Diontae?
Huh? 10.
That's like...
Because there was the reports that he wanted 15.
Right. Because, like, to me, 10 seems fine. Like, that's like, I would even go 13 to make you happy. Like, that's perfect. But when you're talking about 23 to Terry McLaurin. I'm just like, yo, what?
Yeah, because Chark.
That just doesn't make sense to me.
I feel like when Chark's right, he might even be a better receiver than Diontae, but I think he was dealing with something with injuries, and it's only a 1-year deal, 10 to the Lions. So with Diontae, yeah, I think a multi-year deal for like 14 or 15 would make sense. That's what Hunter Renfrow got. But now, is Diontae better than Renfrow? Yeah, probably a little bit. But if you're the Steelers, you're thinking, dude, we could churn out receivers, though.
Yeah.
It ain't the same. Like, the Raiders, this is like their first time actually having a solid core on offense where they feel like they could replicate this for years to come. Where I'm telling you, if you're the Steelers, we just drafted Pickens and Calvin Austin. And we've had very much success with drafting receivers. Now, we've had Ben. That's a whole nother conversation. But the way we're talking about Pickens and Austin, it's not like they're going to be slubs for us.
That's kind of my approach, man. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Does this piss Diontae off enough to not go to training camp?
No, I hope not. I would hope not. I think he should still definitely show up to camp, and because you're gonna need to be your best self regardless. Like you're not on the table for the tag this year, so they will find you this year.
If you're Deontay's agent, what are you telling him?
If I'm his agent, I'm telling him, man, don't sign a contract right now and bet on yourself. Come to camp. You're the best thing out there. Show it from start to finish. All right, we'll try one more time during training camp to see if we can get that number 20-ish. But if we can't, we're going to play it out. You'll be fine. You're going to get done. You'll be good. Even if you take a step back statistically, they still would have to tag you. They're not going to just let you walk. Because if they let you walk, you're going to clear. You will guarantee get 24 plus if he hits the market next year.
What if it pops this season in a way?
Bro, open market we're talking about.
I know, but what if people see some of these contracts like, I think we went too far last offseason. Let's not do it again this offseason.
The difference is when these guys are getting paid, typically, Terry McLaurin, Washington paid him that, right? Mostly Hunter Renfrow, Vegas paid him that. Like, it's their teams that are paying this. Who got to the open market? Kirk. And we're like, bro, how did you get paid that much? That doesn't make sense, right? We talk about the Tyreek Hill deal. Kansas City didn't want to do that. He hit the open market via trade, essentially. That's why Miami paid him that. Devontae Adams. Green Bay ain't pay him that. What did they do? We're going to tag you. We'll trade you like Vegas. You pay him. That's your open market. So for Diontae, all he got to do is get to the open market, and he will get paid.
He needs to pray those guys do well, though.
So you don't think Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams are going to do well?
No, they're going to do fine. Do they have $30 million worth of impact on the team winning? That's the question.
True. I would agree with that. But I'll take it a step further. If Kirk can make Trevor Lawrence, if they just think about that. Let Trevor Lawrence look better this year, who are they going to be talking about? Oh, it was because the receiver. It was the impact. You know they will. And that'll be the one. That'll be the one where they're like, you know what, man? Yeah, Diontae, we need a guy like him. Because think about how Diontae plays. He's quarterback friendly, right? You can get him the ball downfield. You can get him the ball by the line of scrimmage. He can catch. He can take that thing the distance, right? In terms of make a guy miss and the AB. You know what I mean? He got that in him. But with a Diontae, it's like, man, teams will be looking around the league saying, well, you know what? If he's on the market, we know he's a guy that you can plug in any offense and he's going to be able to cook. He can run routes. Like I said, he's electric when he gets the ball in his hands. Like, you feel excited. You feel good about him. It's just, can he consistently keep it, you know what I'm saying, in terms of catching and stuff like that. But he did take a big step in the right direction last season. So that's why I'm like, man, if he hits the open market, he'll get paid. So if I'm his agent, that's what I'm telling him. I'm like, bro, we not signing nothing less than 20. And that's the team deal. That's the team friendly. Y'all, I'm homegrown here. I want to stay here. Take the 20. But after that, it's like, nah, man, we're going to play. You're going to hit this open market. If they don't tag you at the open market, if they tag you, all right, cool. You can get 20 guaranteed anyways. But if they don't tag you, you hit that open market, you're going to get $24+ million.
So with the Jaguars offense, I was wondering if they still had another option for their number one. They really don't. It's going to be Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones, and Zay Jones, and then Laviska Shenault. So I guess Christian Kirk's going to be getting fed.
He's going to get them opportunities, man. And you saw how much they were throwing the ball last year with Trevor Lawrence. Now they feel like they got a guy. Now they got a reason.
Oh, they did bring Evan Ingram in, though.
Yeah. That's fine.
He's going to be a nice little pass catcher for him.
Yeah,
but
which is good, though. That's good for Kirk because I don't know if Kirk ready to be a true
No,
number
that's
one
what
like
I mean.
That. You know what I'm saying?
It might be too much
He going to need some help,
Kirk.
man. He going to need some help. That's kind of how I felt about Juju in Kansas City right now. It's like, Oh, no, Tyreek.
Sky Moore.
You don't want it. Yeah.
Valdez Scantling.
You need some help out there, Juju. You don't want that pressure like that, baby. You need a little help.
Well, they have Travis Kelce, I guess.
Yeah, he nice.
Yeah, the question is when you think it's popping. And if I think it is this year, then yeah, you should try to take like some type of multi-year deal, I think, before this season. But if you don't, if it's more of how you're thinking what, 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Then yeah, you wait it out. It'll be interesting because this will be definitely a conversation. I think for me,
right, bro.
Throughout the season and even next offseason, it's gonna be this wide receiver market.
Yeah, but if you bet on yourself and your Deontay, you got to bet right. You got to win. Because it's like, dude.
Yeah, you can't have a down season and then also like Tyreek Hill getting hurt or something. Devontae
like,
Adams only getting like 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns.
That can't be the case, bro.
That's what I mean. Like, Tyreek Hill and Devontae, like, to be worth that money, they have to absolutely go off. Cooper Kupp's getting 26.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And we know what Cooper Kupp Triple Crown Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP.
You could say that was a hometown discount or whatnot, but that's, I think, evidence of how bad the wide receiver market is right now in terms of guys being overpaid.
But you know he would have got 30 on the open market.
More than that, I would assume.
Kupp definitely would have been in that range.
I would assume. Yeah, he was a Triple Crown winner, dude.
Like, bruh.
He won Super Bowl MVP, right?
Yes,
I thought it should have been Stafford, but yeah, he
yes.
balled out in the Super Bowl, too.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
It's not like it was just empty stats.
Nah, man.
Jeez.
It's craziness.
Something to monitor. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's any talks of this contract getting done anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I guess the only other news we'll have with it is other receivers getting paid or when the contract actually gets signed.
It's still some, because how many other guys? We got, what, 3 or 4 other receivers that are next or that are in that
conversation?
conversation?
Is it Debo, DK?
Yeah.
Is there one more?
And there's somebody else,
the other
right?
one was McLaurin, but he just got signed. The other one was A.J. Brown. He got traded.
So then it's Diontae then. Yeah, he's that fourth one then. Yeah. So we shall see, man. We shall see. I like it. All right, we got a couple supers in here. Then after that, man, yeah, we will Vamushka.
All right. Let me see where I'm at here. What's the last one? All right, that was Camonier.
Should be official momentum, I think.
Jacob Malacia. Nope, I'm good. Yeah. Official momentum says praying and hoping to see DJ and Bush stepping up. I think we all agree with that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be bad if they both stepped up. Jacob Malacia. I told you cut Diontae and Deke. Oh, was he the one that called? No way.
No, was it him? It might have been.
Was he the one that called?
Might have been, bro. It might have been.
I'm still. I mean, you can't cut Diontae.
I would.
He's like is he a top 10 receiver? I don't know about that, but he's a top 15 receiver. Like, you could trade him and get like a first round pick probably.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like, if you're gonna get rid of him, trade him, get an asset back at least. It's not the thought of getting rid of Diontae, because I think there's people that we were talking about it in the draft. Like, if you're not gonna sign him long term, why not get something for him right now? That could be someone on your roster for the next 3 or 4 years when we're talking receiver. Because we talk about all these talented guys coming out. Yeah. It's like it made sense then. I don't know if it makes sense now, but even so, if you're going to get rid of Diontae, like, get something back.
I would agree.
Get a good player on defense, get a first-round pick. Get something. Don't just cut him and get nothing and just take a cap hit for it.
You need some type of compensation. You're not.
I didn't know that was Jacob Alessia.
If he did, I don't remember off the top of my head, but if he did, that's funny. I just got a text though.
Yeah.
He said he never got the call.
Oh wow.
But he said he's good to go now. So if you're down, I'm down. We can go ahead and hit that thing real quick, man. Sound good?
Sure. Let me. I'll read these two real quick then.
Knock them out real quick.
Jacob Alessia says, "Name 3 receivers that we gave a bag to. I'm waiting. LOL."
AB the only one, right?
AB and Hines.
Yeah.
And then Official Momentum says, "See y'all Friday with them stories."
Hey, yes indeed. Phone lines are open on Friday, ladies and gentlemen. The phone lines will be open on Friday. All right, let me get my headphones.
And he's excited for TG's return. Says, "I'll send y'all Ambitions album. #TG return."
There it is. Yeah, man, we got our brother TG back in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, there we go. Pull up his graphic too, man. Get him back on the screen, right?
I'm good with that.
Yeah, man. Make him look cool. All right, let's call him up. When does he answer? First ring this time?
Yeah, first or second.
But y'all all heard it though. Everybody heard that we called him.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, but sometimes people just say that, you know. Yeah. They might have got the call.
Oh, I say it all the time. Oh man, you called me. Oh man, I ain't even know. And shout out to you, Donald Copeland. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Are you there?
TG.
T, Gears. Hey man, where you? I don't know. I don't know where you at, TG. I can't hear you.
Bad area.
Oh no. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, now there we go. There we go. I can hear you now. Can you hear us? Are you clear? You good?
I can hear you. You can hear me?
There we go. Can hear you loud and clear. Loud and proud, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my locker mate, former Pittsburgh Steeler, former West Virginia Mountaineer, almost heaven, linebacker, Terence Garvin. TG, man. How we living, baby? What's the word? What's the word?
Almost heaven. I like that, but we feeling good. I'm just chilling.
Okay.
Relaxing.
Man, everybody was
feeling?
nervous, man. They thought that, you didn't want to rock with us no more. We was sad over here. I said that you were tired. I was like, man, TG been out here working these camps with me. We've been driving to Lake Troll these past 2 days. Maybe he's just taking a nap. We were late calling him. He's just a little tired. But yeah, man.
We have been working these last couple of days. It's been a little grind.
It low-key has been, though, man. But I like how you coach, though, man. Vid dropping soon. Y'all see the vid soon. But yeah, man, I like how you coach, though, player. Yeah, you look good out there, man.
I try to do something,
Yeah.
lifting as we climb type.
Talk about it, man. Hey,
trying to keep going up and help them come up how I came up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Impact, because you did have passion, which I did like. You weren't just out there collecting a check. You were actually putting in work. I said, man, shout out to my dog. Just young and pure out here with these kids, man. Good dude, man. Real good dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Had some flashbacks being out there at Latrobe, man.
Hey, the Coliseum, man. What you called it, right?
The Coliseum, man. Hey, win the crowd and you'll win your freedom.
Facts.
The Coliseum, that's the anthem, that's the law.
Hey, let's go, baby. Let's go. Now, before you had called, we were in the middle. Well, actually, we had just finished up everything that we were talking about, but a couple things we wanted to talk with you about, man. We needed to get your top 10 coaches in the NFL, baby. I need to know them because we were going on our list, and we actually were fairly similar with our names. Just kind of the order was a little shifted up and stuff like that. But I needed to know from you, man, how you liking this top 10 action, man? Where we at?
Top 10, so in order.
Yeah, how
Go
you like
10
it?
to 1.
How you like it?
Let me see. I would say, that's a good one. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So
let me do this. Let me start at maybe 1 and let me count down.
All right.
Okay. So how you gonna call up the show and then just say I'm gonna do it my way now? Dang, only because it's you.
Down.
Only because it's you. All right. Let's go.
So at 1, personally, I'm gonna say Coach T. I think Coach T is the best coach in the league.
Shout out. Okay. Shout out.
I think Belichick is 2.
Okay.
I think Sean McVay is 3.
Okay.
I think Andy Reid is 4.
We like your list already. All right. Okay.
Let's say I'm gonna go Bruce Arians at 5.
Hold on.
I think you just go with it.
Yo.
I'm gonna go Coach Pete Carroll at 6.
All right.
Harbaugh at 7.
I like that.
Let's think. What's the coach of Jacksonville? Peterson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, throw him in there.
That's Deke.
He got that ring.
Deke
Yeah.
over here cheesing because you talking about some Doug Peterson. Oh Lord. All right.
Coach of the Bills, what's his name? McDermott?
Hey man, don't you just say the coach of the Bills. You know who Sean McDermott is. Don't you do that. Come on, T. Don't you do that. You know what the coach is. It's changed up there now.
I'm gonna go him right there. And where I'm at, that's 9, right?
I think depending on how you want to count, yeah.
Yeah, 9.
I'm gonna say
You want us to throw you some names out?
Give me a name. Throw me some names out.
LaFleur, Shanahan, Vrabel.
Okay.
Zach Taylor on the Bengals.
Yeah.
McCarthy.
Frank Wright with the Colts.
Any of those make your top 10?
I like Vrabel. Vrabel guy. I like Vrabel.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Vrabel. And I like LaFleur too. But I like Vrabel.
Yeah.
Vrabel at 10, LaFleur is an honorable mention at 11.
Okay.
So we got a few questions about this list. I'm curious. Can you make the case for Tomlin being the
Yeah,
best?
I want to hear that. Yeah.
At what?
In terms of Coach T at 1, you had him at 1, right?
Yeah, Coach T at 1 for sure.
Yeah. So elaborate. Yeah. Talk about that a little bit.
I think Coach T is the best coach in the league. Yeah, I think the way he leads, the way he gets his players to play, the way he prepares. I think he has knowledge. Extremely smart. He's not an offensive coach. He's more of a defensive coach, and I think that's why it's not. I would just say as flashy, but I think he's the best coach in the league. I think he got a team to win. Remember that one year when Duck Hodges was the coach?
Duck and Mason,
yeah. That was honestly like a terrible unit he had left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he still made that work. Like, I've seen him make teams work. I think he has the record for most consecutive appearances.
Yeah, in terms of and he also has obviously the no losing seasons as well, man. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. So, he has statistical records. You know what I mean?
Got the longevity. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's LeBron of the league to me. I think he's the best coach in the league. There's elites in there for sure. Yeah. But I think he's LeBron of the league. I think he's number 1.
Now, but how do you feel about that's the one I wanted to hear about, the Belichick and Andy Reid and even McVay. Those are the ones we need to know.
I think Belichick is too, because Belichick is Belichick. I think Belichick is a leader. He wins. He's proven to win all those Super Bowls. He's just a proven winner. He's also a defensive-minded coach also. So I don't think it's as flashy,
Yeah.
But I think it's a proven winner. He gets it out of them. I think he's at 2. I say McVay at 3, because I think that's when you do start to get over into that flashiness. I think McVay's a young gun. He's a star.
Yeah.
He's like your comparison. He's your guy. He's like the next guy, but he's the guy. Like,
he's there. Yeah, like you said, the new wave, right? You talk about a young guy winning a lot early on. Yo, the chat, y'all are crazy right now. But in terms of like you said, them winning. I mean, was it 5 years now? He has 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 win, multiple NFC Championship game appearances. Yeah.
Right. He's a star. Like, he's a star.
No, without a doubt.
I can see McVay getting to if he ever leaves, I can see him being a Cowboy.
Put him in Jerry's world?
Yeah, I can see him. He might.
Jerry will give him the bag.
Jerry would definitely he backing up the Brinks truck to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, he's a star. He's a star. If Sean Payton was still in the league, Sean Payton would have been in my top 5 too.
Okay. Fair enough.
He's a star. I think what was that 4? We said Andy Reid.
Yeah.
I guess we said Reid, yeah.
Yeah.
Andy Reid's like McVay's the new Andy Reid to me. Andy Reid's a star. Andy Reid's a star.
Nah, facts.
He's been doing it for a minute, real flashy.
2 locations too.
Yo. Get it done. I like Andy Reid. Andy Reid will go get him though. Andy Reid brought Vic back. Like, he'll go get him. He'll go get.
Did do that.
He'll go get him. I've seen Andy Reid put that wide receiver on Kansas City for a couple years. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like he'll really go get him. He'll take a chance. I think he gets the best out of guys. He's flashy. It looks good. It looks great. And he seems real relaxed. I think he's a leader for sure. I think Andy Reid is a regular season All-American. Like, he's almost during the season he's tough. He's tough. Like, if you're a betting man, especially in them first 5-6 weeks, like, you always gotta go with Andy.
Bet on Andy. Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna fix it up. He gonna have formations you haven't seen in years. You know, he gonna just make it exciting to watch.
No,
So he's
fact.
definitely there. And then we went Coach Carroll, Coach Pete.
Yeah, you did have Pete. That's your old coach too, man. Now I like Pete. I had him at 5. Deke, where'd you have Pete on your list?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
But I say we like Pete Carroll around here, man.
Yeah, he's a mid-major guy. He's all right. He's not.
See, time on. See, this is the difference of a person that's played for multiple guys now. Did you hear the tone? I don't know if you caught that. He was not as optimistic and high on Pete Carroll as he was about Coach T. He played for both of these dudes. You hear the difference in his tone, though. That's what I was talking about. I'm like, yo, not everybody is as high on certain people as we are. I'm very high on Pete Carroll, but I've never experienced Pete Carroll on that level.
I think Coach Pete
still got him in the top 5, though.
Yeah. He's top 5. He's an OG. He's a leader. He's fun. I think he's a better. Well, no, let me not say that. I just think he's a really good coach. I think
Yo, you are funny. I'm sorry. You are funny. Oh my! It's funny because I know some of the back. I know some of the back end of this that you're not talking about. It's just like you trying to tiptoe around this thing. Yo,
you know.
All good. Okay.
He's a good leader.
We'll leave it at that. Coach. Just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that, man. Just leave it at that, bro. We good.
I think I want to hear more about Arians at that 6th spot.
One of them spots, I think it's funner to watch from the outside than being on the inside. You know, like from the outside in, I think it's a different story than the inside out. But I think great coach. You know, fun program.
Yeah.
He was like, he wins. He won at SC.
Mm-hmm.
That counts to the resume.
Yeah.
He won at SC. He's won at Seattle. Yeah. Good coach. Good fun coach. He always got good energy, good belief. He always believe he's gonna win. He'll get out of a building at 14-10.
Yeah.
You know, definitely a defensive minded coach. He'll leave 14-10. He'll leave 21-14. I think he would love like how the Steelers team's built is one of how his teams would be built. Like real run the ball, play defense, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, that's his mentality. Like not too fancy, Pete Carroll-ish.
Nah, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. Then we say hardball. You know, you gotta respect that.
I mean, I don't like him because he's a Baltimore guy, but I gotta respect him, man. He's one of them dudes, like, he's a staple, bro. Yeah. Regardless of who his team is, who at quarterback, who's healthy, who's not, he's gonna find a way.
Yeah.
You know? And he's gonna make it work. Like, you know, even the Lamar thing, like a lot of coaches probably wouldn't be able to really work with that. Like he's had to totally change. It just shows how he can adjust to different things. You know, it shows how he can be relatable. Because I mean, it's way more than just the play style. It's the personality style, the flow of it. Like all that's different, you know. So it's like he's having to play with different type personalities, and he wins with that. You know, comes from good background. He's a good coach. He's a leader. You always know what you're gonna get out of Baltimore.
Yeah. I like it, though. I can respect that list. That's a solid top 10 right there.
Yeah.
I like that list. I like that. Now, we did have another thing that we were talking about prior to you jumping on, you know what I'm saying, that we needed to get your thoughts on. That wide receiver market, baby. Terry McLaurin just got the 3 for 71. Scary Terry, 23 per year.
23 a year.
How you feeling now if you Diontae? Is that your new number?
Because we were talking with you 17, 18, right?
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
We thought that was a good range. Are you feeling any different right now?
So I think, if I'm Diontae, I think it's dope that to see these people get paid. Obviously, it's exciting. You know, I think Scary Terry's kind of set a capital for what Diontae could get, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think Diontae can get more than what Terry McLaurin gets. You know,
you talking Pittsburgh though?
Yeah, I'm talking in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I don't think. I think that set the tip for what he can get. Does that make sense? So,
now why do you think that though? Why can't he get more than 20? Or excuse me, more than 23. We know Diggs is at 24, but that's a team
Diggs
deal.
is
That
at
was a
22.
friendly. That was a, hey, yo, they got the brother-in-law thing going on up there.
No, he can't go where Diggs is at. He can't go all the way up there.
Okay.
He can't go all the way up there. We know that. He can't go up there.
Yeah.
But he can go sit. He can go sit under Scary Terry. I believe that's over DJ Moore.
Yeah, because
Where's
DJ's
DJ
getting,
Moore
what,
at?
20?
DJ's
DJ's
20, yeah.
right? Yeah.
So DJ's at 20. We saying what? Terry McCollum's at what? 23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's his sweet spot right in there. 20, 21, 22, 23. Like he can get something in that range. That's where he can work at. But it's set a top to his conversations. Like he can't go up in the 24. He can't do that. He can't say 24. That's when you're in Diggs range.
Yeah.
Like 25, you're up there. And,
But if we're talking about Diontae, I also think you got to take into account for him that, hey, if you don't sign a long term and they tag you next year, you're still going to guarantee that 20 on a 1 year. But if
Right.
you can get to this open market within 2 seasons,
right.
bro, you can get 24 plus million out there. And I
if he
think
go to the open market in 2 years and he's doing well, he's going to be in like 25, 26,
like
27.
seriously. So that's why I'm kind of like, if you're Diontae, do you want to take that deal if they trying to give you 20? Like when you
gotta
know
fight
that's
for
available.
You got to fight for 2 years to get maybe like, which sounds crazy, but like 6, 7 more. Because
Yeah.
you're not about to blow the top off of it. You're not going to get up there in like the 30 ranges like that. I just don't see that unless you're just a star. And then
But all it needs is 1 year. If you have let whether this season or if they tag him and that's the following season, let
Right.
that be the year where he goes off and has another 8,000 and say 13 touchdowns or something like that, 100 plus receptions. Yeah, open market. You might be looking and saying, man, we need a
The
guy.
offense is built for that.
Yeah, that's
And
the question.
Yeah.
And business is business. Like, not to say it gets weird like this, but
Don't you downplay it. Don't you
Like-
you dare downplay that. It does get weird. You know for a fact it gets weird, bro. You
Yeah.
Pickens gets a few more snaps.
okay? I was about to say, don't you shy away from that thing, man. No, that's 100% accurate, bro. Yes, they will. You know they will. Come on, bruh. They start. We want to run and hit the tight ends early on. All right, yeah. They start featuring Gentry.
Maybe we just want to have a big package where we got Pickens out here, Claypool out here. You just start having
We're
different
becoming a more physical team.
They start doing weird stuff. Oh, all right, yeah,
I'm telling you, like things get weird when you just can't get the business together. So.
Yeah.
I just don't think that would be in his best benefit to try to wait 2 more years and it sounds like, I mean, maybe you do blow the top off, but I don't think he's not going to get in those 30 a year numbers. I just don't see him getting in those. Like, not.
I guess for me,
right
the only reason why I say it's all right to wait is because if they tag you, you're going to get your 20.
Right.
Because the debate prior to all these other guys getting these deals to make the franchise tag go up to 20 was, oh man, do you pay him 15? Do you pay him 18? So now it's like, okay, it makes sense to hold out until you at least, or not hold out, but it makes sense to not sign anything until they say we're going to franchise you, where at least you got your 20 bare minimum. But
Right.
if they decide that you're not worth that 20, if they see Pickens this season, they say, yo, he's balled, or he's ready to go. They see Claypool and like, he's ready to go. Well, that's a good thing for Diontae, because if he hits the open market next year instead of them tagging him, that's even better, right?
Right. I mean, that's cool. But I mean, he didn't do nothing this year if that's the case.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. For them to go off, he's going to have to take a step back in productivity.
I mean, Pickens is going to have to – it's not so much it's not – it sounds bad, but it's not the productivity. It's the skill set that he brings.
Mm-hmm.
Like he brings that run after catch. He
Yep.
brings that playmaking ability.
Mm-hmm.
That's his game. Like Claypool is more of the big guy right now.
Yeah,
You know
take
what
the
I
shot
mean?
downfield
He's more-
guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the shot. We're going to try to throw the jump ball to you. We're going to hit you. Like, if you throw them screens, them right now.
That's not his game. Now he's posts, he's corners, he's verticals.
Yeah, that's Deontay's game. Like, they kind of use him a little bit AB-ish. Like,
Yeah,
he can run after the catch. He can make a play.
slants,
So-
screens, now passes. Yo,
Yeah. You do possibly see that skill set in anybody you've just brought in here. Then you're like, okay, well, I see that skill set I'm looking for. It might not be as productive today, but I see that skill set I'm looking for. And now you're having different conversations where you're like, all right, well, we're just not going to go over this certain number that you feel solid about. You know, probably around that 21, 20. Like, I think it's 21 to 23 is his limit now.
Yeah.
If you get 23, you should be excited. Like, you know.
How do you feel if you're the Steelers with the number
I
going
think
up to that?
I just think it gives you a top. Like, your 23 is the most you're gonna go. And it's like, if you don't want to do it, like, we don't have to get it done. That's how I would be talking. Like, you know what I mean? I would get Boswell done, and I kind of sit and wait, and I'd watch. I'd see what it's gonna be. You know, I'd see if that run the ball, play defense. I'd see what you have in your young boys. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if say the Pickett steps up, then you got a situation where you're saving almost 19, 20 million, like, possibly for a year or two. You know what I mean? Then you're talking to people like, well, Claypool's up next per se. You know what I mean? You're just having different conversations. Like, so, I mean, it's a risk reward for sure. It's a lot of the dare game a little bit. Like, well, let me see if you got something better than me. You know,
Yeah.
I think he's betting on himself for sure if he doesn't get it done. But it's a risk reward. Like, you've seen stories where people bet on themselves and it works out.
Yeah.
You know, and they get all types of money. And it's like, you bet on themselves. It might take them another 2 years to get paid like that, though. It's like, do you want to do that? How old is he? You know, you start having combos like that. But then it's like, you know, you can get this done right now. You don't have to worry about that no more. You can put that in the past. I think it brings a less pressure it brings less pressure on everybody. I think it a little bit puts pressure on these quarterbacks, though, to where it's like, I do have to hit my
guy, yeah.
You know, so I think that factors in as well. You know what I mean? Like, we're not about to break the market for you. We don't even have that solidarity at quarterback yet to say we want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so I think all those factor in. I think they want to get it done. I'm sure they wanted to get it done before they get the Latrobe, but I think if they get the Latrobe and it's not done, I don't think it's going to get done this year.
Okay. Well, Omar Khan has been on record saying that they're going to continue that same approach of not negotiating in season. So, if it's not done before, then gotta definitely do it.
I just don't see the Steelers doing stuff. Like, they just don't get stuff done in season. Like, if it's not done, it's like, it's not done. We'll worry about that next year. And now you're playing the betting game. Like, let's see who does what, who gets what. How many catches do you get? Is this running the ball thing really, really working? You know, what do we need to do? Like, what's the best mesh for the team?
That's interesting.
I don't think it's just gonna be hard to get out of there. That's my whole thing. Like, he has 2 years he has to deal with this, so it's not easy to get out of there. I know you want to get paid, so I mean, if they can get a number that, you know what I mean? I don't want to say team friendly, but if they can find that number like 22, I think you should take that. You know?
Yeah, I think you should take that and run. I don't know if the Steelers should take that.
I don't think the Steelers. Yeah, that's the thing. If you Pittsburgh, why do it?
I'm sure Steelers are down in like 19, 18, 7. It's like that 20, that 23 is and I said that's a cap. Like, that's a high number.
23 nasty. You ain't trying to touch that 23. Not if you just Steelers.
I just think DJ Moore gets 20 a year. You know. And I'm like, I think he can get in there above DJ Moore. I really do. I think he can get in there higher than DJ Moore. So, but I just don't think he can get over what Scary Terry's getting at 23. I think that set a cap for him. I think he wanted to get that done before he got that done. You see it?
Because if he was signed first, then he could get 21, 22, or who knows what.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
He wanted to get that done before he got that done. So now when he got that done, that's at the top. That's like, no, we can't go over that number. You know, we're not going in that top 5 number range. We're not doing that. You know, we're not doing that. He's not getting what Diggs getting. He's not getting those. AJ Brown's only getting what, 24?
25.
He's not getting. He can't get what AJ got. We know that. Diggs got 24.
Then Diggs productivity filthy. So yeah.
You just can't go in that range. You can't start having those talks with those boys. Devontae Adams up there, Tyreek up there. Those are different numbers. Like, he can't go in that top 5 range.
No.
If they're in that top 5 range, he won't get it done. It won't happen. And that he's way too high. And like, I just think that 20 to 23, that's it. That's it. Like, that's his range. So if he's getting combos in those ranges, he should consider getting it done. That's really what I'm saying, because it's gonna get weird. Like, you're not gonna go higher than that, and I mean, you can settle on you're not going lower than that. He can stand on that.
Yeah.
Especially with that franchise tag gonna be what, like around 20 next
Yeah,
year.
that's the
You
thing.
know,
That
so he can
tag,
stand on
nice.
that. Yeah, that tag's nice. And if you want that tag, he can do that tag,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's gonna hit the market.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 years from now. That's a lot of football.
That is.
A lot of running.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot of running and
And he getting
jumping
hit.
and
Yeah.
cutting. You know, getting hit. Then you start like, no, I want to come out the game. You start letting other people. You know how it goes.
Absolutely.
Start letting them see other looks, or they start to, like I said, package. Just start playing with you. Little stuff starts happening, and then it's like,
My boy said we going heavy receiver package on the first
every receiver.
every first and second down. Actually, it's third down. Yeah, we going double tight ends here. Ah, what?
Yeah.
Deontay, just come off for a second, man. We go Pickens just for this play right here. Don't worry about it.
Or they put them big receivers in with them big tight ends.
Come on, man.
We feel big. Get this big running back. Like, it just they'll make it look good. The show will continue. You know. So, that's tough.
Now, we were talking a little bit about this before you hopped on, and this is Mike Tomlin and play calling. The reports that he's going to be giving up the play calling duties, and Terrell Austin is going to be taking over. Any opinions on that?
Yeah, I think that's kind of just like, it's the dead period right now. You know, we're in the dead days. Like, it's no basketball, no baseball. I mean, no basketball.
Vogelbach
no
hit a home run.
Yeah.
You know, no hockey. Like, we not getting nothing. So I think that's just kind of something to talk about. I think he's still gonna call. Like, let me not say call the plays, but he's still gonna like prepare the people. He's trying to prepare the kids, prepare the players, give them what they're looking for all throughout the week. He's still going to be very influential in the types of blitzes that come, in the style of blitz per se, like the bases. He's going to be very influential in everything about the defense. So I think he's going to be doing, honestly, the same thing he's been doing. He's just kind of delegating some of the spotlight to, I got an assistant here, or I got a D coordinator that's going to be calling the plays. But I believe he's going to be doing the same thing he really been doing. Like, he's not going to change a formula that's been successful. And it's not like he wasn't calling the plays before, you know? Like, Coach Butts was calling the plays, or Coach LeBeau was calling the plays.
Tell him, TG, we know what we saw. I don't care what none of these reports. We know what we saw. I know who mouth I saw moving. Stop it.
Like saying me 33. Like,
come on, man. We know.
Come on,
man.
Come on, like, you know where that's coming from.
Come on, man.
It's like, I think he's gonna be. I just think he's gonna do the exact same thing he's been doing. Like, I just don't see nothing changing dramatically. Like, I think he has more. He's just kind of he's just delegating the spotlight. Like, yo, this is my D coordinator. You know, like, this is my D coordinator. This is what it is. This is how it's gonna go. But he's gonna be doing the same thing in the fourth quarter. If it gets tight, I'm sure he's gonna run the blitz. I'm sure he's gonna, he's gonna have conversations. Like, he's gonna be the same Coach T that he's been. You know, he's just got more people in there helping him out, helping him build what he's trying to build. You know, helping him try to put his hand in, as he would say, to win the Super Bowl. Yeah. So it's like, I think he's gonna be the same guy. I don't see it being no different. I just think that's, this time of the year, this time of talk, where it's like, here, look, I'm gonna give y'all something to talk about. Like, I'm not about to be doing this so much. He's gonna be doing the same thing.
I like it then, man.
You feel it?
No, that makes sense.
Flores in it too.
That's what I brought up, man.
That's what we were talking about.
For me, I said, man, with Flores and Austin, man, yeah, you got to feel more confident in those guys too, man. They're proven. Yeah.
You trust these dudes. I really think this is like the first time that this is just a total Coach Tomlin staff. Like, I think Coach LeBeau was gonna be there. You know what I mean? That was almost not a sign, but you know what I mean?
He was gonna be there. You're right.
He was gonna be there. I think Coach Butts was gonna be there. He was the heir to the throne.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that was him. This is the first time that it's like, okay, I really chose just my D coordinator. I chose this man to be the D coordinator. I got everything per se chosen. So they all understand the hierarchy of, this is how I want it done. This is how we're doing it. But I'm giving you the the keys to drive the car.
Mm.
But if I gotta come direct a little bit, I'll come help direct a little bit. But these are your keys, per se, you know. So I think it's still his show, but I just think he's giving a little bit more spotlight to his assistants. Like, they are genuinely gonna be heavily involved in calling the plays or helping me out.
Nah, I like it. I like it. Now, I think we all got a similar sentiment then in terms of our feelings on this. So, no, man, that's dope. And I'm glad that you actually called back, man, or at least hit me back up, man, because we were definitely nervous. We was like, yo, he done fell off the cliff somewhere, man. He done got ghost, man. But it is good to hear that you...
people forgot about me.
Nah,
you know?
man, the chat was asking. They was like, yo, what happened to him, man? I was like, yo, maybe... You know how I go, man. He just sat down, you know what I'm saying? One thing here, one thing led to another. And hey, he's not here with us today. You know what I'm saying?
But, dog days Latrobe,
come on, man. But I'm glad you was able to pull back up, man. So salute you for that, man. We'll always keep chopping it up like we always do, baby.
Nice.
My lockup, man.
I need to know about these top 5 linebackers, man. Like,
oh no. That is no. Because we actually talked about that earlier today too. We said that is happening ASAP. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's the offseason. We got our ranking list.
Exactly, man. Because this is when you give your rankings. I don't want to hear your rankings in season. That's cheating. I want to know right before the season. So this is that time frame. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I want to know if you put certain people in your top 5.
Yeah, you never know, man. I might, come up with a guy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you never know.
I can't wait to hear your top 10 coaches. I can't wait to hear what you say.
Oh, you did them.
Oh, yeah, I just did mine. Hold on, I got you real quick. Yeah.
I didn't get yours.
Yeah, because this is what happened. We were supposed to have this conversation like an hour ago, and it's about to be 7. And what my problem is, the way my situation set up with wifey is, sharing the clock like that time. You feel me? So that's why I'm like, yo. But don't worry. We will be dropping. We're gonna make sure that we put the graphics up with all the top 10 so you can see it and everything like that. So you ain't got I ain't gotta hide, baby. Come on, baby. It's just I gotta keep wifey happy. You know what I'm saying? We had this conversation these past couple days. Happy wife, you know what I'm saying, baby? I'm trying to keep it right. That's all. So you gonna see mine on the back end, all right? But just know we gonna keep this thing rolling as always, baby.
All right, guys.
My dog. All right, I'll holler at you, baby.
All right, bro. Peace.
Shout out to my locker mate, Terence Garvin, Steelers alum, WU Mountaineer. Hey, yo, y'all in the chat, y'all are out of pocket, bro. I had to take the chat down, bro. I could not sit here and keep a straight face because y'all were hilarious. Yo, TG, yo, Mars, yo, he researched. I'm like, oh, man.
You want me to read one or two? TG sounded like he was cleaning all the bottom of his shoes before we called. Hold on, there was one that was really good.
It was one point where every time I looked at the chat, I was like, yo, I'm about to be in tears. And I'm trying so hard. Go ahead, man.
Quan Black. TG sounded like he ate all the Pop Warner team snacks.
No. Wait, my man. Oh, what's the word? Hold on,
I bet y'all TG got someone waiting for him in the COD lobby.
No, I forgot who it was. They said, yo, TG right now sitting on the couch with a butt in his head while you on the phone with it. I said, yo, y'all gotta stop. Oh, man,
TG blasted off.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, bro. That was pretty funny, man. Yeah.
Still thinks Arians can get it done, too. But then as we went down the list, he had Carroll and Harbaugh over him. Yeah, so I guess he had Arians at like 7.
Hey, bro, you know how it go, man. Hey, you start researching, who knows what happens, all right? Who knows? I was just like, yo, salute for, but I could tell, bro. I could tell when he was texting. I'm like, yo, something right. Say that, no. Oh, man, that is funny. I was like, yo, maybe he's just really excited or whatever. Cool, but yeah, so I was like, oh. All right, here we go. He said, yo, 10. Whoa, wait a minute. I said, yo, we just talked about this the past 2 days, TG. Oh, my dog. Hey, man, sometimes you get it, and sometimes it gets you. It happens like that. But salute my dog, man. Yeah, that was the one I saw. Somebody said they was trying to make top tacos with no shells, and he's trying to make hamburgers with no ham. I was like, bro, what is happening here, bro? Yeah. Yes, bro.
I think I saw one that said he mopped his driveway or mopped his garage before this. That was a good one.
Yeah, like, just like, yo, what is he doing? And then he went outside because I heard the birds. I was like, yo, I don't know. Is he just roaming around? Like, T, stop. Don't go anywhere. Just sit down. Wherever you're at, just sit down. Because I definitely started hearing the little bird, but I'm like, yo, where you going, TG? What you doing now? What you doing?
That's awesome.
My dude, bro. That's
I think
my
there's
dude,
only one
man.
more chat here. Fish momentum.
I think you are right.
It says
yes.
Moats, you, me, and Deke, and TG. Let's hit a pack.
Hey, bro, we could do that.
Official momentum said he's not on the alcohol, but I guess he's
on the greenery.
He's on that strong.
He's a natural. He's a plant-based guy, man. I can respect that. I'm plant-based.
I didn't know that about official momentum. Learn something new every day.
You got to be plant-based, man. It's a healthier lifestyle too, bro.
I believe it.
It's better for you. Just throwing it out there, man.
I believe it.
Yeah. So, and I left the whole graphic up. Oh, man. Well, I guess we were finished anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a good show, man. As always, baby. As always. Shout out to everybody that was with us today. Next show Friday morning, man, 9 a.m., man. All right. So, like I said, phone lines will be open. Official momentum. The phone lines are open. All right. So we're going to have to hear how y'all feeling, man. All right. But with that being said, man, we appreciate each and every one of y'all. And as always, baby, until next time.
Peace.